Mm. Mm. All right, y'all.
From the beautiful Front Wave Arena in Oceanside, California, it's time for Major Arena Soccer League action as the San Diego Sockers take on their rivals from Southern California, the Empire Strikers. And
Oh,
a very pleasant
okay.
good evening, everybody. Alongside Brian Farbert, Craig Elston on hand with you. And for the Fox Sports 2 audience joining us on MASL TV, it's our pleasure and our privilege to provide for you a look at a very different kind of soccer. You'll see rolling substitutions tonight. You'll see the glass and the walls in play. And you'll see a level of intricacy and excitement that maybe you've never experienced before. And Brian, tonight we've got a team in San Diego, a perennial leader, as you know, and an Empire, a team that's always ready to give them their best shot.
Yeah, the Sockers came into this game, came into the season as the odds-on favorite to win this championship, and they got off to a slow start. They had 2 straight losses here at home, a bit unprecedented. They have started to right the ship. They got 2 straight wins, including a midweek shutout against the formerly undefeated Tacoma Stars. So they're looking to kind of show off the new style that they've been playing with. But Empire, however, they started off the season with 1 big win here against San Diego, and then they have yet to find the win column since. They're sitting at the bottom of the table. One thing that we should call out, though, tonight is that the style of play that Empire are going to bring under Coach Obasi is very unique. They're going to get their goalkeeper involved in the attack. They're going to bring him forward. They're going to make him an extra man. They're going to try to keep possession, try to wear down the Sockers. So this game could be very interesting. The Sockers may get a cheap goal by poking the ball away, a counterattack, a long-distance goal. But if it works, Empire will maintain possession of the ball for a majority of the game.
It's something fascinating to see, and if you haven't seen indoor soccer, you'll even see a different permutation of it with Empire in town. Now, the San Diego Sockers, as Brian mentioned, have won 2 in a row, but their offense has been powered from game 1 to 4 and even back to last year by midfielder Charlie Gonzalez.
Charlie's on fire. I was talking to him in the locker room a few minutes ago. He looks very sharp. He's ready to go. This is against his former team, maybe a little extra motivation, but at the same time, he's the leader of this team. Last year, this year, he continues to do it again. He's having an MVP caliber year right now.
Meanwhile, as mentioned, Empire has lost 4 games in a row, but their defense is toward the very top of the league, and that's because they've got arguably the best defender in Robert Palmer.
Palmer's been one of the best defenders in the league for years. He continues to bring it. He
Oh,
sets
my man,
the
look
tone
like
for
he a
them in the
problem.
back. With their style of play, depending on where he is on the field, he's always somebody. He can actually be dangerous going forward, but he's always somebody to try to avoid when you have the ball.
It's the Sockers and the Strikers. When we come back, Tony Sanchez will have our field report of who's coming and going out of the San Diego lineup, and then it's the opening kickoff for you, MASL TV on Fox Sports 2.
All right, so we got the San Diego Sockers going up against the Empire Strikers. I thought the Empire Strikers were based out of New York, but come to find out, they're apparently in California. So my apologies on that mistake. But I hope y'all doing well. Mm-hmm. I thought I changed that. Did I not? Says it's all I need to be on. Thank you. About to get things underway from San Diego or Oceanside. Hmm.
Welcome back, everybody, live inside Front Wave Arena. It's time for the San Diego Sockers and the Empire Strikers to do battle. There you see Craig Childs, the all-time San Diego Sockers leading man, with Nate Hetherington, one of his original teammates. Alongside Brian Farber, I'm Craig Elston up in the booth. Let's welcome in the third member of our broadcast team, down on the field, sideline reporter Tony Sanchez.
A San Diego Sockers team that saw their lineup riddled with injuries and had their depth taken away because of said injuries, have lost another key player. However, there is an unexpected break for the San Diego Sockers moving into the weekend as well. Gabriel Costa, Luis Morales, and Sebastian Mendez are all slated to be participants in the Brazilian-held Kings World Cup tournament in Brazil. However, only Gabriel Costa has made that trip down south, and that means that Luis Morales and Sebastian Mendez are able to be selected by this San Diego Soccer squad for the upcoming 2 games. That is going to be a breath of fresh air for the San Diego Sockers, who are riddled with injuries and have had to sign 3 young players for depth. Today is going to be a test to see if the San Diego Sockers can maintain that exact same poise that they had last game, as well as get this win and maintain their health and fitness moving into a back-to-back weekend that'll see them go up into Tacoma to face the Stars once again. Craig, Brian, back to you.
Tony, thank you very much. Let's give you a look at both of these clubs at a glance moving in to match day number 5. For the San Diego Sockers, they check in at 2-1-1, 7 points. They're in 6th place in the current standings page. Last year, 20-4, 2nd place. Charlie Gonzalez, who we chatted about in the open, 7 goals, 11 points already. He is 2nd in the league in points per game. And with that 8-0 shutout win on Tuesday, the Sockers have moved their goal differential onto the good side at +6. They are 1-1 against Empire. Meanwhile, for the Strikers, it's been all downhill since the last time we saw them celebrating an overtime win. They've lost 4 in a row to go to 1-4. The 2 points are 8th in the table. Robert Palmer leading the way in points with 5, 16 blocked shots, of course. Munir Alami leads the way with goals with 4. But to have your defender leading your team in points 5 games into the season with 5, that is the sign, Brian, of an offense that has scored 15 goals in 5 matches, 3 a game.
Yeah, they're struggling to find the back of the net. A little bit is more kind of possession-style soccer that these guys bring each game, but they should still be trying to get on the score sheet. I was talking to some of their staff earlier. You know, the goal is at least 4.
Yeah, thanks for the follow.
And for the Sockers, the goal is always to keep the team to 4 or less. They feel if they can do that, they're going to pull a win. San Diego wearing their white kits with blue stripes down the side, white socks running left to right, provided by Flight Sports to the Sockers. The Empire Strikers are in their blacks with purple stripes on the front, black socks, and they are running across your screens right to left. On MASL TV and on Fox Sports 2. It's time for the Major Arena Soccer League. The Sockers and the Strikers, their third meeting of 6 this season. Both clubs are ready, and our supporters group, Los Brujos del 78, have begun the thunderclap around Front Wave Arena as the whistle sounds. Ryan Sigic and Servando Berna are our referees on the field. The Sockers and Strikers are underway. Baby Gonzalez with a quick giveaway.
Hold on, Herbie.
Fabian, the Chivas star, had his shot blocked. Ball still loose near the Sockers' crease. Kicked out by Jesus Pacheco, and on the run, Sebastian Mendez. Mendez across 2 lines, picks it up. First touch for San Diego. Sebastian, who had a hat trick in the first half of the club's last game, draws a common foul in the corner, and San Diego will have a set piece right away. Each player on the floor is allowed to commit 3 common fouls without penalty. Here's Craig Charles and a diving save by Orozco, who pumps his fists in exultation as he denies the Sockers' all-time leading goal scorer his first goal of the year.
A big save. Got his fingertip to it, hit it off the post. That was definitely sneaking in.
Luis Morales off the bench as Robert Palmer clears that aerial feed. And back the other way come the Strikers. Andy Reyes, a longtime former Socker. Into the corner where Luis Morales is making his second start for San Diego, number 80, out of Texas. One of the best young players in the league. Morales, just 26 years old, 90 goals, 120 points in his 4-year career.
All right, Herbert, you should be able to talk now.
The indoor game. Drew Ruggles, a 12-year veteran of this league. That's how long the MASL has been active, 12 seasons. Nick Pereira holding in the right corner, laying it out for Mitchell Cardenas, whose shot was deflected out of play. It'll be a restart on the wall right side for San Diego. Now we see Leonardo de Oliveira wearing number 11 for San Diego. Leo, he's making his first turn on the floor. The 37-year-old has been bedeviled by knee troubles, only making his second appearance of the season. They were testing him out in some pregame activity to make sure he'd be good to go. He is such a critical player to this team. De Oliveira will come back and accept the refeed from Drew Ruggles. First 90 seconds of this one. Great crowd here at Front Wave Arena in North County, San Diego, settling in. We're glad to have you settling in, including maybe some new viewers catching us on Fox Sports 2. Here's a turnover by Ruggles at midfield. Steven Chavez going the other way. We've got a whistle, and we've got a blue card and a 2-minute penalty against San Diego coming up after the turnover, boarding into the northern near boards here, Brian. That's going to put San Diego a man down.
Yeah, I think Drew might have got his hair pulled right before that by Reyes. It's hard to tell. Maybe if you can get a look at it, but maybe not. I think Drew was maybe just kind of coming back to get even there with Andy.
So, just like in hockey, when you have a carded penalty, a blue card, and we'll get a good look at it here from down at the field level. Just an elbow out for Ruggles. Easy call to make. Certainly retaliatory. That means for the next 2 minutes, the Strikers will have 1 extra man on the field. They'll keep their regular 5, while the Sockers will drop to 4. However,
early challenge.
We are going to see a challenge from the San Diego Sockers head coach, Phil Salvaggio, sending us to MASL Video Review.
VAR.
And in fact, what they're looking for is exactly what you were talking about, Brian, a foul against Empire on the hair pull that could precede the blue card.
Yeah, it was hard to tell from here. Obviously, tough angle, but maybe he had a hold of it. Drew's hair can get in the way, as we've seen a couple of times, and it's unintentional. I don't think Andy would be the type of guy to do that, but it might have got stuck in his hand and pull his head back a little bit, and that could definitely be looked at as a foul.
So as Servando Berna puts on the headset, we go to MASL Video Review. Ryan Sigic is the MASL's head of officials, so you're certainly getting the most experienced eye on this call. Now, I would have a couple of questions, Brian. First and foremost, if you find a common foul before, and that's what they're going to be looking for here, could it be a blue card foul? We saw a hair pull against Ruggles. That's just a little bit of a trip. No.
That's
and then that's an elbow.
That's not reversing it far enough back. They're not
No.
looking at the wrong video.
Well, that could be the case. But if that's what they're looking at, that's not even a foul.
No.
That elbow, though, is clear as day.
Here we go.
Was there a hair pull here? All right. With good slow motion from our Moto crew. That could have been. Certainly Drew had two hands up protesting Andy Reyes, either a swipe to the face or a hair pull.
Maybe not even hair pull. I don't know what Drew was looking for there. Maybe it was contact above the shoulders.
Well, the two will now hash it out. The question is, if it's a carded foul against Ontario, does that negate the blue card foul on Drew, or would they go to a 4v4?
I don't know what they're going to have to do. Retrospectively call the foul on Andy and give it the Sockers ball with no damage done on the 2 minutes.
Let's take a listen to what Ryan Sigich has to say. But first, they'll make sure they've got their story straight.
After review, there is no blue card on the play. It has been reversed. San Diego will remain to keep their challenge.
Okay, the penalty has been wiped out. A successful challenge by Phil Salvaggio, and in having a successful challenge, it means he'll get an opportunity to challenge, if need be, one more time in this game.
Yeah, he gets the flag back. Smart move by Phil, recognizing that. I think everybody saw it from the bench, but I think it's still going to be Empire ball.
So they're just going to back it up and put it right there. But that means no man advantage. Now, I'd like to note for the crowd, even though it didn't come to pass because the penalty was negated, that Robert Palmer came out wearing a red 6th attacker jersey, which meant that even this early in the first quarter, the Strikers were willing to take out their goalkeeper on a power play and go to a strategy invented by the original Sockers head coach Ron Newman in 1983, the super power play. Here's Pardo juggling this ball in his crease, and then words for Palmer, and the two of them are jaw to jaw. These are two veterans who have been in this game longer than the league's been in existence. And Pardo indicating that Palmer had a stray elbow for him in his crease.
Yeah, these guys know each other well. I don't know if Boris is playing games. I don't know. I don't think Palmer would be throwing an elbow in that situation, so let it slide. But his game is definitely going to be a bit physical, and you're starting to see it already.
Well, you've already, if you're a newcomer to the sport of indoor soccer, seen some of the more arcane moments. Here's a ball blocked forward by Ali Somo, one of the newest strikers, and it has forced Boris Pardo into a desperate pitch that went over the wall. Now, they did not call defensive clearance, ruling some form of deflection there. But here comes a restart. Steven Chavez plays it to the back post, where the Strikers will pick it up with Ciro Oliveira. No score, 12:33, clock back running after a penalty was ruled and then taken off the board on MASL video review. And who knows if it was controversial enough. Ryan will be back with Phil Ivanko next Friday on MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, on YouTube. Now that should have been a pass back. Did they rule that Oliveira put his knee to it instead of his foot? I think he put his knee on it to deny, because you can't just pass back to the goalkeeper like that. It's not 1983 anymore. Here's Marco Fabian. The 80s were when indoor soccer ruled supreme in First Division American competition. From 1985 to 1995, it was only indoor soccer that was First Division United States. It wasn't until 1996 that MLS came into play. 84 is when the NASL went defunct. Charlie Gonzalez sending in Sean Callahan. Callahan off the bench, cuts it, sharp angle chop blocked by Orozco. Second chance, Sean has it on his foot. He'll play it out through Craig Childs as the Sockers rotate personnel.
It's a good look from Charlie. Saw the streaking Callie making the back post run.
Layout to Jesus Pacheco. First-year player for the Sockers. had played multiple seasons for this Empire franchise prior to spending 2 years in Baltimore. A 5-year Fury/striker. Coming out with the ball is Empire. And coming forward is De La Torre. Antonio De La Torre's shot was deflected into Pardo's waiting grass. Boris coming off his first career shutout. Throws it out to Pacheco. He had an assist in the last game. Pacheco shoots. Carried away by Orozco, who then takes it off of Fabian's head and controls. 10:35 running clock. No score. Sockers and Strikers. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. You can find it. Just go to MASLsoccer.com. The Somo brothers, Isaac and Ali, both in the lineup for Empire. That was a foul called against Empire down the floor against Munir Alami. Alami had the match winner in the Sockers home opener, a flying header that finished a service delivered by the goalkeeper, Brian Orozco, who ran all the way into the San Diego zone before shooting. Charlie Gonzalez crossing to Nick Pereira. However, we have not seen much of Brian Orozco running wild out of the crease so far in this match.
Yeah, so far they have not shown their style. They're kind of sticking to a traditional indoor, but I think that they're looking for it. They just haven't had a chance to break out.
Orozco's strong throw out comes down to the Sockers' leading scorer, Charlie Gonzalez. Off the short wall, Luis Morales lost it. And Justin Stinson, last year's top goals and points man for Empire with 32 goals, 41 points. Stinson, number 10, always dangerous, can shoot with both feet, very powerful and very slithery on the ball. He's a great ball handler. He'll be waiting on this near wall and now regains possession with 9:16 left in the scoreless first quarter. Orozco's service in for Ali Somo. And the ball ricochets away from him and into Boris Pardo's hands.
So as we spoke about, there was a chance for Orozco to go forward there, and he didn't. He chose to stay behind half and dump it into the corner. It looks like they are not going to be as aggressive in getting him involved in the attack.
Well, I guess it's the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it is broke, consider changing. 4 straight losses for an Empire team that, after winning here in San Diego, had big celebration, a lot of social media posts. Very excited. Everyone's excited when you beat San Diego in San Diego. It almost never happens. San Diego's all-time home record in the MASL era, 103 wins against 12 losses total. Morgan held by Palmer.
Blue card.
Free kick coming right from the edge of the crease. Great scoring chance, Brian, coming up for the San Diego Sockers.
Yeah, let's see what they have drawn up. This is kind of one of those plays where you can. You're normally going to get the top of the box, so they're sitting up here with a different angle. Craig's coming out here looking like he wants to try to figure out how to put it away for himself, but the best chance here is to try to find somebody for a first-time hit.
Now the wall is set up. It'll be, because of the distance mandatory between the ball and the goal, they can't even go the furthest amount back. Giles will play it across for Charlie Gonzalez. One touch and a shot blocked by Stinson.
Block.
Up into the high netting for a corner kick for San Diego.
Craig tried to do his signature fake, try to get a little bit of movement. When he does that, he tries to find a spot in the wall, but he couldn't get the wall to bite on it. Charlie was the obvious choice.
Second bite of the apple, this time coming from the corner. Same personnel. Nick Pereira in the middle. Morales on the wing. Looking for the dribbler by Pereira. He did get
Almost
the
got
tiptoe
it
on it, but Orozco was able to grab it before it snuggled over the line. Still scoreless, working our way toward the period for the first media timeout. Steven Chavez, first year here out of the Texas Outlaws organization that's pausing this season in MASL action. Ciro Oliveira battling in the corner with Reyes, out to Palmer. His shot deflected by Mendez, hoping to spring on a counterattack, but the ball went parallel to him and to Chavez, attacking in the left corner. Chavez was a teammate of Mendez in Texas a couple of years ago.
It's a rare fucking thing to get.
Out to Robert Palmer. Palmer wearing that captain's armband for Empire. Chavez coming forward. Offensive midfield next to the Kaiser Permanente logo, presenting sponsor of the San Diego Sockers. Now Orozco comes forward. The keeper across midfield. He's joined the fray. Chavez blocked by Bebe in the corner. Sockers hoping to get a loose ball. Anytime the keeper comes forward, just leaves the long shot available. And that's the plus minus, the risk reward in Onua Obasi's system. They went a few minutes out of system, now they're back to the Obasi plan. Next ball out of bounds or carded foul or goal will be our first media timeout of the night. Ball still live in the corner. Cardenas fighting for it. 3 strikers in there. There's a foul called against San Diego, and that'll lead to essentially a corner kick for Empire. And here comes Orozco all the way up across the yellow line. The goalkeeper has come up into the play as a 6th attacker. The net to our right is completely empty.
From the defensive side, you have to respect the ball over the top to Orozco. You can't come too far over to the ball side.
Instead, Palmer tried for the wall of score. Now it's out to Orozco, and he shoots too high and brings us to the media timeout. Well, the plan was there for Empire, but the execution was a little bit high. And now we take our first time out of the night. No score yet between the Sockers and the Strikers. It's Major Arena Soccer League action.
0-0.
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold.
Ooh.
Mountain cold refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
At Front Wave Credit Union, we're all in on you. You're not just a number, you're a member. And we're putting $350 behind what we believe in. Get started today. Dream big. We got you.
Insurance, doctors, pharmacies came together and worked as one team. That would be a better idea for healthcare.
No score between the Sockers and Strikers. If you happen to be joining us, maybe randomly finding us on Fox Sports 2, you may not be aware that you are watching the most successful professional soccer team in the history of the United States of America, the San Diego Sockers. 16 indoor championships. As we talked about in the opening segment, Brian, from 1984 to 1995, there was no professional Division I outdoor soccer. During that time, 82 to 92, the Sockers won 10 national championships in 11 years, and since being restarted in 2009, they've won 6 more, including 2 here in the Major Arena Soccer League. Here comes Tavoy Morgan looking for the first goal of the night for San Diego. 6.5 minutes on a running first quarter clock. 4 15-minute quarters is what we'll play. Cerda looking for Morgan. Stops in the crease. His shot blocked by Palmer, adding to that blocked shot total that started at 16 tonight. He and Chad Vandergriff of Kansas City Comets annually go back and forth in terms of who leads the league in blocked shots.
2 of the best shot blockers for sure.
See some full field pressure.
Oh,
Leo. Great kick
good
save of Orozco. Felipe Gonzalez hunting his first goal of the year.
Save.
It was a great ball over the top. Felipe had a good hit on it to the back post. It was a good save, foot save, going down.
Pereira, that one blocked by De La Torre. Then the skipping try, one-handed save, rebound, goal! Charlie Gonzalez does it again. His team leading 8th of the year, putting home the Morales rebound for 1-0 San Diego.
Morales was never going to settle that ball. He was looking to hit it first time. While it was traveling, he was lining it up. Took it first time. A little bit of a save. Orozco bobbled it. Charlie was coming back across the crease and finished it off.
Give Morales an assist on that play, his first of the year, as there's no possession for Empire between the touch and the goal. And for the Sockers, for the 5th time in 5 games, San Diego gets the first goal.
That's a good sign.
Here's Mitchell Cardenas and the Sockers. Called for,
Handball.
I think, a handball.
Yeah, just outside the crease. So,
I missed the
outside
goal?
box, we're gonna see,
Come on.
another free kick.
As soon as I get the water, I miss a goal.
They're going to line up heavy on this side. Keep Orozco to the back post.
Well, the goal came at 9:05, and Empire wants a very quick answer. They get to have, by a couple inches, better than a regular corner kick right here. And it's dummied out to Fabian. He shoots it high off the frame, off the Kaiser Permanente logo, and out of play.
He knew that was coming to him. I think he would want that one back. He's such a good finisher.
Marco Fabian, of course, Mexican national team, Chivas, years in Liga MX, one of the more notable figures in this league. In his 3rd season coming indoors, and he's helped revitalize the Empire franchise. He brought fans his 1st year. He brought wins his 2nd year. And this is year 3, and what's next on the table yet to be discovered. Jesus Pacheco in the corner, out to Leo. Leo, beautiful pass through a double team to Childs. Wall score
Off the
pass,
wall.
looking for Leo. And the defense stayed right with him. Childs knew to use that goal wall as a teammate. Leo spinning out, and Fabian could not clear. Cardenas settles over to Sebastian Mendez. Under 5 minutes in the quarter, Mendez shoots it wide from a sharp angle left wing. Fabian pressured by Pacheco right back to his keeper. He'll use De La Torre as an outlet for Empire.
Mendez had Childs at the back post. A little bit selfish on that one. Craig let him hear it on his way off the field.
Well, for Childs, who knows better than any soccer in history about lighting that red light, he has no goals yet, and this is match 5, and that's the first time in his 17-year career that has been the case, that he has gone without a goal in 3 games to start a year, never mind 4 or 5. So certainly it's on number 37's mind. Look at this wrestling match down the line between Reyes and Mendez, flyweight division wrestling here. And a free kick will be called for Empire. Isaac Somo will play it back to the captain, Robert Palmer. Stinson coming off the bench, hoping to accept a pass. He's at the yellow line running in. Sockers defense holding up top. As Pardo looks on, hasn't had to face much in the way of shots yet. And he's perfectly happy to add a scoreless quarter to his run here.
Extend the streak.
3:45 left in that quarter. The long shot. There's a save by Pardo, and the header try. Alami off the wall. Just missed. And we've got a handball called against San Diego on the rebound. They're going to look for a quick restart. And Ryan Sigich says, Calmate. We're going to sort it and put it in the right space. So while that was not directly in the white area of the crease, which would have been a blue card or shootout, this will be a very dangerous free kick.
Marco won rock, paper, scissors before the game against Alami to take the first free kick. I was watching him, so he's probably going to,
Yep, just missed it wide with a rocket of a shot. Good pressure, but now the ball's loose and a counterattack could be on for San Diego. Sockers with a 1-0 lead, with that man having scored the goal on a rebound tap-in. Charlie Gonzalez from Luis Morales. Ruggles and Bebe Gonzalez. It was quite a surprise on Friday when the lineup was sent out through the Soccer's internal system to see Luis Morales and Sebastian Mendez in this lineup, as Tony Sanchez mentioned in his pregame hit. Those two, along with Gabriel Costa, scheduled to play for Team USA in the Kings World Cup Brazil that is taking place. And in fact, today is the opening day, but not for Team USA.
Team USA won over Japan 5-2.
Here's Morales spinning, shooting, scoring!
Oh!
And the Soccer say thanks for sticking around, Luis Morales. 2-0 San Diego on his first home goal of the year, Farbs.
Morales collecting this ball on the boards, turns. You knew he was going to shoot it. Takes a touch forward, finds the back post low and hard, just inside. Berto almost got a foot on it. Orozco almost got a foot on it, but he sneaks it through.
2-0 at 12:21 in the first quarter. Well, as mentioned, and you said the tournament started, Gabi Costa's down there, but Mendez and Morales, who I had been told on Wednesday and Thursday were gone. Gone goodbye, gone to Brazil, won't be back till the middle of January. They're instead here today and Sunday. They're going to travel with the team crack of dawn tomorrow for a 5 o'clock game in Tacoma. And then they will head to Brazil to play. But the difference is obvious. Here's a broken field. Callahan, space at the top.
Number 3.
Was trying to find Tavoy Morgan, another goal-hungry forward looking for his first of the year. Tavoy has had as many as 39 in an MASL season. He's still looking for number 1 in match number 5, and that's in some ways shocking.
Self-pass.
Back the other way, Lucas Ramallo getting his
Good
pocket
defense.
picked by Morgan. Under 2 to play in a first quarter that's gone well for San Diego. Long pass from Charlie forward to Morgan. Draws the double team, trying to dribble through it, and can't always dribble out of a phone booth and expect a whistle of any sort. Playing 1-on-5, Tavoy did his job in that he had his entire team changing personnel behind him. It was really his job just to hold possession for a couple seconds.
I want to point out on that run, Tavoy got out. First he got back, won the ball, settled the team, and then cleared back out. And then Charlie looked for him isolated because he wants him to have that ball. Charlie is making decisions for Tavoy by giving him the ball in that space and telling him, go, go. He didn't even make a run forward because he wanted Tavoy to take him.
Also great to see a player who's not scored really helping his team on both sides of the floor. Childs puts it in the midst of Orozco as Mendez ran by. Tavoy,
55 seconds left in the first.
Defensive contributions, but tracking back to win one and then holding possession. Those are doing the little things for a team, and that's what leads to wins more than just putting the ball in the net.
Another
15th minute line.
A little dynamic right there is Childs got rewarded from Mendez after looking him off at the back post a few minutes ago. Childs should have played boards. I think he was trying to play boards, actually, to find Mendez in the middle. You could see the two of them communicating on the way off. Keep an eye on that connection tonight.
Under 30 to play in this first quarter. Fabian's in the middle of the field for Empire as Chavez tries to line up a shot on right wing, guarded by Gonzalez. Out to Palmer. His pass was deflected out, and Orozco runs up to midfield to collect it. Now the keeper has joined the play with 8 seconds left. And the Sockers would love a steal, but there's only 4 on the clock. Palmer's just going to shoot it in toward Fabian's deflection. Skinners wide and takes us to the end of the first quarter. Charlie Gonzalez scored at 9:05, tapping home the rebound from Luis Morales. Then Morales needed no rebound, taking a ball in on right wing and firing it past the keeper, Brian Orozco, at 12:21. That's our scoring, 2-0. San Diego leads Empire, but stay right there. Second quarter run from Oceanside, California comes your way next on MASL TV.
All right. After the first quarter, San Diego up 2-0 on Empire. About to have second quarter action right to you very, very soon. All right. Tomorrow we have a game for you. Let me double check who is playing. I believe it's San Diego and Tacoma. I could be wrong. Yeah, tomorrow the San Diego Sockers are playing again against the Tacoma Stars. That game is at 8 p.m. So I will be providing that for y'all as well. And then I'll get y'all a calendar of all of the games and events that I'll be doing.
139th win on Tuesday in unprecedented fashion, his first career shutout. But Pardo has been ruling the roost in the MASL for years, second only to his teammate Chris Toth in all-time starts, and he will in fact tie Chris on Sunday when he makes the start tomorrow in Tacoma for that number. How about a career win-loss record? 101 games over 500. I think anyone would take that, 139 to 38, and 2 saves, Brian, in the first quarter for Boris, which means he's up to 1,995. He's 5 saves away from 2,000 in his league career.
Yeah, that's awesome for Boris, legend of this league, and I've been able to play with him and watch him, and there's something about having a lot of confidence in your goalkeeper, knowing that you're always going to be in every game, and Boris has certainly done that.
So we're going to be keeping our eye on that countdown to 2,000. As the two teams switch sides for the start of the second quarter, the Sockers in white now go right to left. The Strikers in black going left to right. Morales, backheel pass to the surging Pacheco. He's right in on goal. Looking for the leg of Pereira, who could only deflect it wide. What a great play right off the bench to start the second quarter for San Diego. And a delay warning given to Nick Pereira.
Pacheco and Pereira just off the mark there. It's a good thought. A little unfortunate on the pass coming in hot. Nicky wanted it on his right. I think he played it to his left, and his plant foot was set.
Here's Robert Palmer on the restart for Empire, trailing 2 after having dropped their last 4. Team that's definitely in an urgent mindset tonight to turn their season around.
Turnover, clean tackle.
Have a chance to break here. Leo plays off the ball to himself, and then Palmer gets in the way to take it away from the Brazilian. Some of the great veterans in the league on display on this national broadcast tonight. And one of the younger guns is right here. Morales has a goal and an assist already. Hired gun out of Texas. Ruggles, Childs, Morales. Luis to Childs, who will put his laces into it, but lean back a little too far to send it up high.
I like it, though. Craig is looking to take shots. He needs to get the monkey off his back so he can get that first elusive goal and then let it open up. Morales is looking for it, trying to feed him, trying to help with that.
Want to dive deep into the tactical side of the MASL? Tune in to Soccer Signal as staff writer Joseph Reyna and veteran coach Mark Litton explain the game with perspectives from both sides of the glass. In-depth data analysis, comprehensive breakdowns, and more. It's our newest show in the MASL, Soccer Signal. Happens every other Thursday here on MASL TV. Check it out. We have a whistle as both teams upset with what happened along the yellow line, but Empire thought they were done hard there.
I would say it's probably the opposite. Orozco was getting caught by Bebe. Orozco put his body into him. It was a bit of more of an offensive foul than a defensive foul there. And I guess both sides felt like wrong done there. However, should have just been a no call.
Which would have given San Diego a chance to chip at the net. That is always the give and take of the Obasi system.
Empire trying to score
the
here.
funny thing, after seeing it now for a season and a quarter, Brian, is that moving and clearing the goalkeeper hasn't hurt them as much as you'd think it would. But it also hasn't helped them as much as you'd think it would in terms of that man advantage turning into a higher goal scoring average.
Yeah, in theory, it could work really well when you do it maybe at certain moments.
Look out. Off the wall, away from Alami. Somo's Wallaskora pass just missed.
That could have been a goal for
I
Empire.
think, the reason why it hasn't worked more successfully consistently is that you have an extra man in the space, you tighten everything up, you do a lot less movement, you just keep the ball on the perimeter, and you're creating a lot less dangerous chances to score goals when you bring them forward. So in theory, it just, I don't know, it catches up to you. You keep the ball as much as you can, you try to be a perfectionist, don't lose the ball because your goalie's out, but then you don't really take chances in front of goal. That's where you score. Look at the first goal that we scored. Charlie's goal was a deflection, or it was a great volley from Morales and it was cleaned up. If you're not taking those chances because you're just trying to keep possession the whole time, then you're not shooting as much.
Excellent run of possession right here for the Empire Strikers. Somo gets challenged by Callahan, really got down into the legs of his attacker. Well done by the 33-year-old San Diego veteran. Fabian resets, and there's Orozco forward in the Obasi system. Onua Obasi, the silky defender who was great at possession himself in his indoor career. Fabian off the wall. Obasi has won TST 7v7, the annual national and worldwide indoor mini soccer tournament, I should say, played outdoors in Cary, North Carolina with this system, and then brought it last year to the league. Whoa, pass! Somo miss kicks out of play. And Pardo with his hands out saying, hang on, guys. That's indoor soccer 101 on what Empire was able to run right here.
Yeah, they got it around the boards, down the edge, or down to the corner, and tried to play the boards in the middle, and that's where they're most dangerous, is right there in the crease. Boris is trying to say you need to shut down that angle quick.
Morgan gets the ball, fires off the left post to avoid millimeters from opening up his account for the year.
That's what Tavoy does so well, is he turns in these one-on-one situations. He's hard to stop and contain.
Ruggles getting held on the wall as he protests. Ramallo comes out with the ball. Phil's keeping that in the back of his mind in case something bad happens here from his perspective on this run of play, which is continuing with Justin Stinson coming forward. Stinson creeping in on Mendez, one of the better players on the ball in the league.
So now you're seeing Orozco coming forward. Sockers have to switch to zone because the man-up advantage. Now they got some movement going. But
racing off the bench with Ciro Oliveira, but now the battle is in front of the bench wall. Now it's Reyes under pressure, and Orozco is his outlet. Brian Orozco will be our halftime guest on our MASL halftime show here on FS2 and MASL TV. Had the chance to chat with Brian prior to the match. Lovely, engaging young man who's really growing into becoming a notable name in this league because of his ability to do what you're seeing right here. Be a quarterback wearing a goalkeeper's outfit.
It is very unique. He scored some bangers over the last couple of years. It's kind of fun to watch.
Orozco had the assist on the match-winning goal at the home opener here this season. Came running in all the way down the bench wall, shot to the back post, and Alami headed it in. Here's Palmer lining one up, trying to go for the toe poke and deception. Leonardo de Oliveira read it. Mendez on the counterattack. Sebastian Mendez saved by Orozco. He comes out to challenge for the ball. He's just a field player here. loses his keeping privileges, but he was able to clear it just like a defender would. And now Stinson jumps on the steal. 2v1 the other way. Coming with Anthony Powell is Justin Stinson. His shot blocked by Cerda, and it stays in on a short hop off the low wall. And back to retrieve it. Off the bench is Morales. Morales tries to kick it into the corner. Ciro Oliveira is right there with him. So is Orozco. He exchanges positions. Ball's one away. Felipe Gonzalez trying to run off the bench to capture it. Instead, back and forth action. Here we go. Chavez with Fabian. Stolen in the middle by Cerda. Back and forth we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. It's Pereira in front of the bench wall for San Diego. And this is how indoor soccer can intoxicate the bloodstream.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were looking for with some of that north-south runs. Sockers want to play that game. Empire, not so much.
Cardenas. Now, it's completely out of the Obasi system. That's when you get into jungle ball going back and forth. Morales says, that's what I do for a living. And he will fire, and that one's blocked out of play by Palmer. Meanwhile, Morales feeling a little bit the lesser of it after the shot.
It's a good block by Berto. It's hard to tell if Morales got, slid through. Great block by Berto.
That's the kind of thing in outdoors you might be looking for a yellow card.
So this shot is set up for a left footer, slightly off center. Looks like Mendez may even just come around and hit it, although he has Charlie. If Berto steps to Charlie, Charlie has Nick. A lot of things can happen here. Let's see what happens.
Childs will be the one. He'll shoot it right into the wall.
So the reason why Craig did that was they were set up for a left footer, and they were going to have to shift for a right footer based on where they were positioned. Didn't work out.
Here's Pereira spinning to himself and scoring! Nick Pereira! The big man does it all by himself, and Onua Abasi believes it was a foul. He has thrown the challenge flag on this play. 3-0 for a moment. But first, MASL video review to confirm, as Robert Palmer is sure it was a foul before the goal.
Yeah, we're going to have to get a look at this. Hurt itself in there. Great turn by Nick. Nick is so hard to contain in the corners. He's so good with the ball. Spins in the middle, hits a volley, far post. Great finish.
Sigic will tell us what's what.
That was fast.
Ontario is challenging for a handball prior to the goal.
Okay, so specifically they are looking to see if Nick Pereira handled the ball with his hand on the turn of this shot. And we can get a good look at it here, courtesy of our Amoda broadcast crew on MASL Video Review.
Nope.
And that should be a quick answer.
Right off the gut, looked like an easy call. Nick is standing there with 100% confidence saying it's a goal, watching the replay.
Pretty hard to say anything else. This part's just nice if you want to freeze frame and see what a clinical half volley looks like. There it is. Keeps his head, keeps his balance, torques his body to whip that ball through. But what they are looking for here is if there's any illegal handling at any point in this. Okay, well, no touch there. Chest deflection. Hands away. Turning. That ball didn't act, although the freeze frame might make you think that it was on a platter there. That's a visual illusion. Ball is not touching his hand at any one of those spots in those freeze frames.
No, it looks pretty clean to me.
Now a little bit faster is going to give a little more fairness to Nicky. Good super slow-mo here.
After review, there is a handball by the attacking team. The goal is nullified.
They have called the handball.
Foul.
They have called the handball, Brian, and they've waved off the goal.
Nick is literally shaking his head as he steps off the field because he knows.
Elbow, maybe, right there.
It's a tough call.
On the first trap, we were looking at the turn, but on the first trap, I think there was an elbow touch. Great job by Amoda picking that out. Our video crew. So, it's a huge call, and both teams have had a successful challenge.
So
one to nullify a blue card, one to nullify a goal.
And now we got a yellow card on Childs.
It looks like a bench yellow that'll be served by Childs.
Served by Childs. May have been Chow's.
Oh, no, it is on Childs. And Berta specifically looked at him and said, Craig Childs, 5 minutes to send. So, again, if you are new to the indoor game, it's the blue cards that really change the game more fundamentally because it leads to a power play for one team over the other. A yellow card here is not a yellow card outdoors. A blue card here is much more of a yellow card type foul if you wanted to look for a more direct comparison. Here, indoors, a yellow card is basically for mouthing off. That or an illegal substitution, you know, off-ball, off-whistle type violations. And all that is 5 minutes in the box without changing personnel on the field. Here's Morgan, double teamed, stays with it. Tavoy Morgan with a triple team, lays it off. Felipe's shot blocked out of play. And that'll lead us to the media timeout. So plenty of action, although no official scoring so far in the second quarter. But we had a goal taken off by video review. When we come back, we'll wrap up the first half from Oceanside's Front Wave Arena. 2-0 Sockers on MASL TV.
2-0 San Diego over Empire. San Diego making the most out of their opportunities. I'll be right back. Oh, we're back. My apologies.
By Oliveira for Empire. Mendez is in there. Like the rotor in the dishwasher, just spinning around and throwing stuff everywhere. Quick restart attempted by the Strikers and not allowed by Servando Berna. Palmer ready to restart. And he'll send it down for Alami in the corner, guarded by San Diego's defensive captain, number 29, Cesar Cerda. That one warded away, was going to be wide, and Pardo, in doing so, looks like he banged his elbow on either the post or the glass. Meanwhile, the other way is Mendez. Mendez cuts left to right foot, draws a double team. Stinson steps in to get the steal, pounds it off the center of the sidewall, and draws a blue card as he is boarded by the Sockers.
Power play.
And San Diego will go a man down, Brian.
Yeah, Mendez lost possession there and just went in a little bit aggressive on Stinson against the boards. Might have sold it a little bit, but
it's striking, not boarding.
You gotta be careful.
San Diego, number 13, 2-minute power play, elbow.
Yeah, elbowing is the call against Mendez. Important in that Sebastian Mendez is one of the normal penalty killers for the San Diego Sockers. And we will have our first power play of the night. Thought we were going to have one in the first quarter. It was erased on challenge. Now this power play began with 5:50 left in the half. It'll count down to either 3:50 on the clock or to an Empire goal. Ali Somo playing with Justin Stinson, and indeed they have pulled Orozco, and Robert Palmer is the 6th attacker. This is a super power play. Super power play, 6v4, no keeper, empty net to our left. Alami down into the corner. Ali Somo working the mid-wall, exchanging with Alami. Ruggles is right there with him. Minute 29 left on the penalty. Elbowing on Sebastian Mendez of San Diego. Ant Powell is the man in the middle for the Strikers. Here's Stinson from outside, blocked by Ruggles. Ruggles trying to kick it forward, but the ball is deflected by Stinson and stays in the zone for Empire. Fabian's shot is high, and in fact so high it goes over the netting, over the crowd, and it goes into the Cutwater Cocktail Bar on the northwest corner of Front Wave Arena, where it was retrieved by a thirsty patron and sent back toward the floor.
Grab a Califino margarita while he's at it.
5 minutes left, perfect time to get in line to grab one before halftime. Orozco is back on for the moment. There's a minute left in the power play right now. Orozco will come off. He will, and Palmer will come back on a super power play attempt. San Diego is 8 for 9 on the penalty kill this year, while Empire is just 1 for 6 on the power play. Somo out to Palmer, and every time I've seen them do the power play, they've done this 6v4. Palmer holds, cuts it Alami, 33 seconds. Alami down into the corner, Somo. I'm counting down the penalty clock. 30 seconds left on it. Into the middle. Rebound goal. Anthony Powell was there to put
So I wonder, does that wipe out the power play they scored?
And put the Strikers on the board at 2-1.
Got the ball off the boards, coming back in the middle. Powell's in the perfect position, roofs it. Good defense from the Sockers for the most part. It's just, it gets very busy in there. And when you get down in the corner and you find the boards, it's having an extra man.
Pretty back heel assist by Alami through traffic right there. A dainty pass for the goal at 10:46. That quiets the crowd for the moment. And for Empire, such an important goal for the team.
Yeah, that gets the confidence back up, 2-1. They're back in it.
Powell from Alami, and now De La Torre off the steal. Antonio De La Torre turned back by the Strikers. Run down, counterattacks on. It's
3v2.
Felipe Gonzalez to the middle, blocked there by Hernandez, and he blocks the second attempt at a centering pass. Morgan throws himself into the action to try and keep possession alive, but it's taken away. Then Cerda wrestles with De La Torre in front of the bench. The whistle will sound. It will go this time against Empire.
Felipe was looking for Morales at the back post. Roscoe read it really well.
Leo been playing sparing minutes tonight. De Oliveira to Morgan to Leo. Those two have been teamed up and linked up for 5 seasons. It's Alami the other way. Munir to his left foot. Put it to the middle, and it's goal! In for an own goal that equalizes. As San Diego got caught in between a blocked shot and a pass out, and it wound up being a pinball goal in 2-2.
Oh, it just took a deflection off of Mitchell on the way back. Bit unlucky on Mitchell's part. Powell wasn't shooting that. He
What's
was
up,
looking
Vegas?
for
I'm
back
good, bro.
post and got a little lucky bounce.
And a yellow card on Phil
I'm over here.
Salvaggio,
I'm looking
who's
at
out
something on my
the
phone real quick.
field for San Diego. And we don't know what he's mad about, but we know he's mad. And that's going to force a player into the San Diego bench.
How you doing, bro?
To go into the penalty box as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man. It's been, bro, this has been fun to watch.
It looked smooth sailing for a little bit there, but these last two,
Good, just chilling, true.
goals, well, the power play, nothing.
Happy New Year to you, bro.
Unlucky deflection there on the last one, but the Sockers have been committed to the defensive side from the beginning. They're going to have to get back to that. We'll see how they respond here, coming out of this break at 2-2.
So Alani got the assist on the Powell power play goal, and then he will get credit as the goal scorer for Empire as the last striker to touch the ball. Unlike outdoor soccer, an own goal in this sport is not listed as such. Mitchell Cardenas doesn't get his name in the book for it. Instead, it just goes to the last player to touch. And I guess what we just showed you and this national audience is how hard it is to get a shutout in this sport. And getting one is quite rare, which is why Tuesday's game was so remarkable. It was just the third time regular season, fourth time overall in the modern history of the Sockers that they have had a shutout. The great Riley Swift in the PASL days up in Tacoma had the first. Chris Toth saved 17 against Empire to start the 2017 season. Boris Pardo and Xavier Snare-Williams teamed on a playoff shutout in April 10th, 2023, and then it was Boris with 10 saves on Tuesday for his first career solo shutout effort. And that's it. That's the list.
3 minutes
That's
left to go in the second quarter. 2-2 now.
17 seasons, 3 regular season shutouts.
Flamengo versus Portuguesa.
So deflections, weird bounces, balls off the wall, 180-foot field.
Is this
from one end to the
Copa
other.
Libertadores?
Shutouts are nigh upon impossible in this sport. Usually see maybe one a season.
Yeah, across the whole league.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, it was good for Boris to get that. But now this one's back to 2-2, so it's going to be an interesting next few minutes before half.
Isaac Somo and the Strikers, a team, remember, coming in having lost 4 in a row, having scored only 10 goals in their last 4 matches, and getting shut out for a solid 20 minutes of this one, almost 25 minutes of this one. To be at 2-2 now has got to be energizing for both the mind and the body.
2 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
Double team pressure in the defensive zone. This is playing fast and loose with possession here for San Diego, because one missed touch and you're right in on goal for 3-2. And there's that missed touch. And it's Palmer playing it off the wall, but Leo recollects his own miss in the corner and then gives it back to Fabian. Minute 45 before halftime. We'll talk to Brian Orozco, the Empire Strikers goalkeeper, plus Alex Bastravansky will have MASL in 5, all on the halftime show. Here's Stinson now making Powell in the corner. We've got 6 men on the field, I believe. Blue card is out. A challenge flag had been thrown by San Diego, claiming that a poor substitution had put too many men on the field. But I thought, Brian, I saw an Empire player saying that San Diego had too many players in the field.
No, it was Empire had too many men on the field there, and he was trying to get off in a hurry. I think that the Sockers bench recognized it right away.
So Vegas, what's the goals for this year for you?
His teammate to get off. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay, well, this is just like hockey fans. In case, again, you're new to the game watching us on FS2. These guys are running off, but when someone runs on, and right there, 2 guys on, and then another. Oh, my gosh. They had like 7 guys on the field at one point.
That's crazy.
So that's a 2-minute power play for San Diego.
All right, let's see if San Diego can take advantage.
The part for Empire right there was they had caught out a few players that had been stuck on the power play a few minutes earlier. They had a few offensive players that were tired legs, and they had a chance to really wear them down even more and get a chance.
So now this power play, the first of the night for San Diego, could carry into the first 30 seconds of the third quarter. But San Diego would much rather put a goal on the board and retake the lead going into the locker rooms. We'll only focus on the game clock during this portion instead of power play as such. Charlie Gonzalez with Nick Pereira, Sebastian Mendez, Tavoy Morgan, and Craig Childs. It is Pereira with 1:10 left to Charlie. Charlie holding. Over to Pereira. He's front and center. Charlie on the wing. Crossing, looking for the back post. He got a power play goal.
Boy, if he was gonna
that exact play last week, or on Tuesday, I should say. Morgan keeps
I don't know, man.
alive.
So much is out of my hands that I can't really focus on anything because of something else.
Charlie, his
Just
shot,
kill the goal.
crossbar, and out.
I understand.
Off the crossbar, a little unlucky. Charlie's holding.
I hope whatever it is,
groin
you know,
that hit,
I hope whatever it is works in your favor,
what's
brother.
going on with him.
And you know,
Hopefully it's nothing.
you can continue to
that.
keep striving and keep
As
succeeding
Palmer sends it
in everything that
forward.
you're doing,
Remember,
bro.
San Diego has the man advantage here, so any touch for Empire is great news for the Strikers. 40 seconds left until halftime. We will hear from head coach Phil Salvaggio before we go to the half. Tony Sanchez standing by down on the floor. 30 seconds. Charlie Gonzalez. Morgan back on the floor. Tavoy. Childs is out there now as well. The captain.
You're off to a good start, though. I'm happy to hear that.
20 seconds. Back post.
Oh,
Mendez.
oh.
Ball too high. Bounces to Orozco. He's going to be able to hold for 4 full seconds before he lets it go. And there it goes. 10 seconds left in the half. Chavez heads it forward. Pardo's waiting. If Alami got ahead on that, it would have certainly upset the apple cart. Instead, the horn sounds, and San Diego will have 31 seconds left on a power play to start the second half. But quite a turn in the second quarter, Brian Farber. As you mentioned, San Diego controlled this for 25 minutes, and then a power play goal got things going.
We're halftime.
Quickly, a deflection followed, and we're tied 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, this indoor game has a lot of shifts and momentum.
San Diego was
Sockers had it from
dominating the game so far.
First goal,
and then Empire got a goal
but then once
in the
they
power
got the
play,
first one,
and then they got the
Empire
own
started to
goal.
look alive,
So now the game
momentum
is
shifted,
back
got a second one.
level.
Nick Pereira talking to Ryan Sigich, and I would bet any amount of money it was about that goal that got disallowed. Taking a look at some of Orozco's early action, that was goal number 1 for San Diego.
Thank you for the check-in, brother.
Goal by Charlie Gonzalez, his 8th of the season. Morales from outside for 2-0, his second in 2 games. And then Empire gets him back. Lovely pass by Alami to set up Powell on the power play. And then just unfortunate. Ding dong, that's what happens sometimes in the game. A deflection. Everybody is sideways, and the goal is scored. Phil Salvaggio heading over to our broadcast position. He is joined now by Tony Sanchez.
What you could tell me about these first 2 quarters of action here at Front Wave Arena against the Empire Strikers?
High intensity game, and both teams are playing hard. A little bit slow, but we got to pick up the pace here.
And then what can you tell me about looking at that challenge, successful in the first quarter, to be able to get that to be used later in the game as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's there. I mean, the handball is not a handball, and so we got the momentum against us right now. We gotta get the next goal and try to pick it back up.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach. Back to you, Craig and Brian.
Thank you so much, Tony Sanchez. 2-2 our score, halftime from Front Wave Arena. When we come back, a conversation with Strikers goalkeeper Brian Orozco. You'll hear it next on MASL TV and Fox Sports 2.
To the desert, our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years, Front Wave Credit Union has been serving those who serve and helping our members grow their businesses with confidence. Whether you need a vehicle to drive your business forward or gear to get the job done, we've got you covered with 100% commitment and no excuses. Open an account with Front Wave Credit Union today, and you could get a $350 bonus when you switch. Front Wave Credit Union. Dream big. We got you.
All right, I'll be right back when the second half starts. All right.
What if insurance, doctors, pharmacies came together and worked as one team? That would be a better idea for healthcare. Kaiser Permanente.
Parents, if we're on screens too much, what about you?
Well, let's ditch them and go outside on safari to hang with the coolest, kookiest, tallest animals ever. Whoa! We can hop with them,
get real close to them,
and every visit helps the animals. But that screen you're on can't do it justice. So let's get out here and join the herd
at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park.
It's halftime on MASL TV and Fox Sports 2. San Diego Soccer's taking on the Empire Strikers. I'm Craig Elston, and it's my pleasure to be joined by one of the best young goalkeepers in the league, Brian Orozco. Brian, thanks so much for the time.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Well, let's just start off a little bit biographically, maybe for some new viewers. What brought you to the indoor game?
You know, I'm a goalkeeper, but obviously in the indoor game it's very important to have a goalkeeper that's very good at, playing with their feet. And, I think it's something that I've worked on my whole career to be good at my feet. So it is just the game. I just feel like it fits me, and I love it,
We've seen you develop over the last couple of years. We've seen this opportunity for you grow and grow. What has it felt like now in your second year with Obasi? You're splitting time with Brandon Gomez, but to kind of have that net and know this is my spot.
It's just Obasi's asking for, a certain style of play, and I just prioritize that. I just try to give it my best every single time I'm on the pitch. He asks me to do something, I just go ahead and do it.
Hey, yo.
Done. And,
okay,
I have
stop
the
playing
team
with
that
me.
backs me up, which makes my job very easy. So, excited to continue to do this, and I'm looking forward to a successful game today.
Now, you mentioned that style, and of course, you're a guy who stands out within it because Obasi is asking you to get out of your comfort area, that white painted area. Obviously, there's a system and there's training and there's a lot of preparation, but was that kind of a mental thing as well to overcome? Just like, I'm not where I'm normally at.
I think ever since I came into the indoor game, I always had that, I wanted to go forward, but there's always people telling me like, hey, you're a goalkeeper, do your job, stay in goal, So it wasn't really until Obasi came in that really gave me the green light to just start doing it. So I guess all that time of me really wanting to do it, it just came with Obasi being, here's the green light to do it. I love doing it, I'm a goalkeeper. My eyes light up when I make a save, but they also light up when I'm in front of goal ready to score. So, I love it.
Of course, the last time we saw you here, it was the highlight moment of the night, overtime, and you make that run across. You make that shot pass to the back post, and Munir Alami is there to head it in. Safe to say, putting a game-winning score on the board is a little different for a keeper.
Of course, it's a nice feeling. I actually scored one of those last year against Baltimore, and when I thought I had scored that goal against San Diego last time, I was super happy. But of course, Munir scored the goal, and at the end of the day, it's a team job. They know what I'm going to do, my teammates. So he was in the right spot at the right moment, and we executed and we won that game. So looking forward to another one today.
I thought you scored the goal, too. Last thing before we let you go, TST 7v7 is an incredible opportunity for players in this league, and you had the chance to team up with a lot of the guys that are on San Diego, a soccer strikers team almost that took down that competition last year. What's that feeling knowing that in this league, you guys are competitors, you're hard-fought competitors, but there's other times that you actually may align?
Yeah. I've always said it that the best players in small-sided are in the MASL. You look back at all 3 years of TST, it's only been MASL teams that have won in MASL players. So I think people just need to look at this league and really, realize that there's talent, there's quality here. And, I believe that the next couple of years of TSC is going to be the same outcome. MASL players and teams are going to be winning it. So, it's a nice feeling being able to, be rivals in the MASL. But once it comes to like TST, being a team, it's nice, good group of men and hard workers. So it's a blessing to be able to do that. Yeah.
Brian Orozco, one of the rising stars in the league. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course. Thank you so much for the time.
We'll be right back. We're going to have MASL in 5. First half highlights, second half kickoff, all coming your way right here on MASL TV.
There's regular cold, and then there's the mountains are blue cold. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
At Front Wave Credit Union, we're all in on you. You're not just a number, you're a member. And we're putting $350 behind what we believe in. Get started today. Dream big. We got you.
What if insurance, doctors, pharmacies came together and worked as one team? That would be a better idea for healthcare. Kaiser Permanente.
Parents, if we're on screens too much, what about you?
So let's ditch them and go outside on safari to hang with the coolest, kookiest, tallest animals ever. Whoa! We can hop with them.
Get real close to them.
And every visit helps the animals. But that screen you're on can't do it justice. So let's get out here.
At the San Diego Zoo Safari Park.
Shoot! He scores!
What's up, soccer fans? Alex Bastiavansky here, back in the MASL studio. Hope everybody had a fantastic week. A lot went down over the past few days in the league, and I'm here to tell you all about it in just 5 minutes. So let's go.
Tavares. Alves is at the back post. Alves is there. He scores! Short-handed winner. It's the first win of the season for Utica.
First win of the season, and in dramatic fashion for Utica City. They were down 6-1 in the third quarter, but the Blues rallied back with 6 straight goals to stun the Milwaukee Wave 7-6 in OT. And that was the tail end of a rough weekend for the Wave. On Saturday, they were in Baltimore, and the Blast withstood a late Wave rally to down the visitors 10-7. They were dancing. These two teams are absolutely sick of one another. This was the 4th meeting between St. Louis and KC this season on Saturday. The Comets remained perfect against their Missouri rivals, taking it 9-6. Tacoma was looking to go 4-0 on the season in San Diego, but the Sockers brought them down to earth with a thud on Tuesday. They shellacked the Stars 8-0 at Front Wave Arena to improve to 2-1-1 on the campaign. Then we had 3 big matchups to say goodbye to 2025 on Wednesday. UCFC trying to keep its momentum going after the big comeback win against Milwaukee, but they couldn't get it done. Baltimore triumphed 5-2. Utica fans, clearly not a happy bunch with that result. Empire, traveling from the comfy confines of California to brave the Wisconsin winter. They were in Milwaukee. It was a tight one, but the Wave managed to drop the boys in purple 3-1. And then, for the 5th time this season, St. Louis squared off with Kansas City. And finally, the Ambush pulled off the victory in dramatic fashion, no less. Randy Martinez going roof daddy to win it in overtime for the Ambush. Who has been hot lately? Well, Charlie Gonzalez, most definitely, for the San Diego Sockers. 4 points against the Tacoma Stars. 3 goals, 1 assist for Charlie in that contest. Donatos Melo, we talked about him being healthy this season after unfortunately suffering injuries last year. He's been healthy. He's been wrecking shop for Baltimore. 4 goals in the contest against Milwaukee. Zach Reggett, well, he continues to be dominant. He leads the league scoring races, you'll see in a moment. And against St. Louis, 3 goals and 1 assist over the ambush on Saturday, including that beauty right there. And in goal, Boris Pardo, the San Diego legend between the posts. He was picture perfect against Tacoma, making 10 big saves for the shutout victory for San Diego. Scoring leaders, as mentioned, yes, Zach Reggett continues to be on top with 19 points. Teammate Dom Francis second with 14. Then it's Alex Sanchez with 13. Jonatos Mello, 12 points. And Charlie Gonzalez rounding out your top 5 with 11 points. Your players of the week brought to you by Capelli Sports. Brian Wilkin in goal from UCFC. Teammate Sergio Pinal from UCFC. And defensively, Umar Silla from the Baltimore Blast. Let's start with Junior Pinal. Absolutely instrumental in that comeback win against Milwaukee. He was all over the place. 4 points in the game, 3 goals, plus a helper. Silla, fantastic for the Blast against Milwaukee as well. He had not only 3 assists, including that lovely feed right there, but also a block against the Wave. And in goal, Brian Wilkin. UCFC does not win this game in overtime against Milwaukee without these massive saves, 11 in total on Sunday. Time now for your plays of the week.
Briggs pops it forward. SK on the volley. Ding dong, and it goes in. SK.
Andre Hain using his physicality to maintain possession. Here's Genrick all alone. He scores. Kyle Genrick.
Here's Acosta. Got space. Acosta still going. Shoots, and wow! Leo Acosta.
Amati fakes a shot one way. He'll go the other and score. We've talked about it all season long. A rocket of a left foot for Rashad Amati to bring Utica City within 1.
Chavez, Frater, Chavez beats everybody. Chavez in, shoots, he scores!
That leg is okay. Oh, giveaway. There's a giveaway. Torrealba, look out, folks. Shot. Goal!
What's up, pizza?
St. Louis.
Tavares. Alves is at the back post. Alves is there, he scores! Short-handed winner! It's the first win of the season for Utica! What a moment for Gio Alves!
And that's going to wrap things up for this week's show. But just a reminder, all throughout the season, to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the MASL, be sure to check out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.
From the Pacific to the desert, our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years, Front Wave Credit Union has been serving those who serve and helping our members grow their businesses with confidence. Whether you need a vehicle to drive your business forward or gear to get the job done, we've got you covered with 100% commitment and no excuses. Open an account with Front Wave Credit Union today, and you could get a $350 bonus when you switch. Front Wave Credit Union. Dream big. We got you.
Parents, if we're on screens too much, what about you?
So let's ditch them and go outside on safari to hang with the coolest, kookiest, tallest animals ever. Whoa! We can hop with them.
Get real close to them.
And every visit helps the animals. But that screen around can't do it justice. So let's get out here and join the herd
at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park.
Is it normal to sweat this much? This is awful. This is a mean sweat. Quit looking at me, Susan. When was the last time I ate something planted? It's not that I don't like vegetables. Doctor, I said stop. I can't pay for a nutritionist. Why is this always such a whole big thing?
With nutrition counseling included, staying on top of your health doesn't have to be a whole big thing. Kaiser Permanente. Healthcare that just works.
Wrong. 6 grade. We're going. 6 grade. 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 6
Welcome back live to Front Wave Arena in Oceanside, California. Major Arena Soccer League action on a Saturday night on FS2 and MASL TV. 2-2 our score, the San Diego Sockers and the Empire Strikers. Craig Elston, Brian Farber, Tony Sanchez, and our Moda broadcast crew bringing you these first half highlights. And San Diego gets out to a quick 2-0 lead in the first quarter. There was Morales tracking a blocked shot out of the air and shooting it down, brought home by Gonzalez on the rebound. Then Morales takes the Leo de Oliveira steal and puts it home for 2-0. Sebastian Mendez thinking he might have a chance at 3-0 on that breakaway. And then Nick Pereira thought he had 3-0, and he did. But on a challenge flag, they said that Pereira trapped it with his elbow, and that erased what could have been a 3-0 Sockers advantage. Turned out to be a pivotal play in the match so far, because after a power play was ruled, 6v4 action, Anthony Powell gets the goal, and then Alami's seemingly harmless shot deflects off Cardenas' heel and into the net for 2-2. Shot off the crossbar for Charlie Gonzalez late, and San Diego will have 31 seconds of power play to start this third quarter. However, Empire gets the first touch of the ball, which is going to erase at least half of that time unless the Strikers make a mistake. So, very well done in that circumstance. Now they need to put 15 minutes back up on the clock. They're going to do that momentarily. Empire is in black. They are going to run right to left in this third quarter. The Sockers are in white, running left to right. They do have a 5-on-4 man advantage for 31 seconds.
All right.
But
Second half action, here we go.
Strikers able to touch the ball. Quick steal. Leo from midfield shoots, and Orozco runs back into net. And that'll all but kill the remainder of this power play, San Diego's first of the night. Serta jumped up in the air to try and retain possession. There's 12 seconds left. Isaac Somo racing into the corner with Pardo out there as well for San Diego, the goalkeeper of the Sockers, watching now as the penalty is all but over. A foul called on the Strikers, but well done. Just 3 seconds left before Anthony Powell jumps out of the box. And just like that, the Strikers are back to full and even strength.
Yeah, they did a good job to kill that. It's always helpful when you come out at halftime if you are man down to start with the ball, so you can try to work off as much of the clock as you can.
Here's Luis Morales, who has helped account for both goals. One on an assist, one on a goal. Leo has an assist tonight.
Pizza, how you feeling, bro?
De Oliveira played against Empire on December 12th up at Toyota Arena, had 2 goals and an assist in his season debut. Here's Morales, got his left foot open for a second, now working off the corner wall, puts it into the middle. That could have been an own goal the other way, but the deflection off De La Torre's calf happened to go wide, and Orozco scooped it up.
I'm imagining what the two coaches had to say at halftime. I assume that Phil was talking about defense, don't give up any more goals, and we're going to win this game. I'm not sure what Obasi was saying. I haven't spent as much time in his locker room, but I would imagine that they're trying to get 3 points here tonight. Win again against the Sockers on the road would be a big game for them.
This is an important game for Empire one way or another.
Absolutely. They need 3 points right now. They're in the bottom of the table. Sockers need 3 points right now because they're about to go on a 6-game road trip. So it's big for both teams right now. This third quarter is really important. First goal is vital.
Here's Alami, who's got the goal for Empire and an assist. Stinson hit the post, just missed. A beautiful goal from outside in the first half. Andy Reyes exchanges with Stinson as the second minute walks off into the North County night. Reyes back out, and here's the goalkeeper Orozco all the way to offensive midfield. To Stinson. Brujos get the drums banging here at Front Wave Arena. Here's Reyes. Stinson with Ruggles right in front of him. Justin Stinson and Drew Ruggles. There's that type of possession that Empire is known for. Orozco is the outlet. However, his pass went into the crowd.
I'm about to say.
It'll be a giveaway to San Diego.
If he was to save that, that would be
Don't forget, MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything about the Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and plenty more. Find it at MASLsoccer.com. Follow the league on Instagram at MASL Soccer. Follow them on Twitter at MASL Arena. TikTok as well. Don't want to leave out Jack Williams and TikTok. Jack doing a great job for the league on social media.
Ruggles was trying to find Pereira. They're trying to get the ball to Nick so they can make some runs off him. They haven't had a chance to do much of that tonight.
Pereira's got the size advantage on Palmer. Draws the double team. The beach soccer captain off the wall. Orozco is able to jump on that loose ball. And good job in terms of holding off Mendez and Felipe Gonzalez. Sebastian got kicked in the calf, but he's okay.
Right there's a good example, though, of what having somebody like Nick Pereira on your team can do. He can shield, he can hold, he can turn, he can dribble. And then he's finding the boards. He's being selfless. He's looking for other runners. Get him involved.
Pereira's 245 MASL assists, the all-time league leader. Nick's a San Diego native who debuted with the Sockers, but then spent most of his career away from San Diego, usually on the rival Tacoma Stars as the player, head coach, and sometimes general manager. Off the quick foul, Mendez staggering along the wall, gets bumped into that wall by Polo Hernandez. No harm, no foul, no blood, no ambulance, as Chick Hearn would have said. Now the two of them grapple one another, and the foul will go against Sebastian, who doesn't love it. However, Mendez's blue card was where this game turned from 2-0 up. That power play got the Strikers rolling, and then they got the quick own goal less than a minute later, and that's where we are, 2-2. First half shots, by the way, 12-10 in favor of San Diego. And 3 official saves for Boris Pardo, so he is 4 away from 2,000 in his career. The 41-year-old Sockers goalkeeper and MASL all-time wins leader.
What we called a low-scoring game. I was thinking something around 5-4, maybe 4-3, but now still here at 2-2. It might be a 3-2 win tonight.
That would be very rare in indoors, where usually you expect 5 or 6 goals per team. However, these are 2 of the better defenses and 2 teams that are very hungry for these points. Now here comes Orozco. The Abassi system is activated. Green check. All 6 field players across midfield. Sockers want to find a steal. Mendez is dancing around looking for one. Somo activated to Alami. Off the wall to Fabian. He scores. Wallace Scora.
Empire takes the lead.
To Fabian. And Empire has their first lead of the night. 3 straight for the Strikers in a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, that's not the defense that Phil is looking for in terms of position on the way back. I think Mendez took the wrong angle there, which kind of opened up the opportunity to play it off the boards. I think he would probably do that differently if he had a chance. But it's a great finish from Marco. First time hit, left foot volley, bottom corner. Nothing Boris could do about it.
Alami, early marks for player of the match, accounting for all 3 of the goals in this run. 2 assists and kind of an assist on the third as well off the leg of Cardenas and in. He's credited for that goal.
So as the momentum we were talking about earlier, we're going to see what happens, how the Sockers respond here. Right now, you have the Empire starting to feel themselves a bit here. They're going to put it all on the line.
Here's Pacheco. He had a good look inside, but the ball was up in the air for him, and it corkscrewed over the wall and out of play. 3rd goal of the season for Fabian, who had 60 goals in his first 2 seasons of indoor play.
Yeah, he came onto the scene. Most outdoor players don't have as much success as he did his first year. He looked like an MVP.
Well, if you had a NBA-style Kirk Goldenberry shot chart for Marco Fabian, I think you'd find of those 63 career goals, about, I don't know, 55 of them.
Good clearance.
From about exactly where you just saw that shot.
Yeah.
The NBA exchange of like an 18-foot jumper. Charlie, here's Oliveira playing the carom. Pardo read the geometry, and he's going to try and spring a counterattack the other way. Players have to be careful as they change. Morgan draws a foul that'll eliminate that danger.
Starting to get a little chippy here. Charlie Gonzalez just took a elbow or wrist to the face. He's talking to the ref saying you got to call that. It was clear. I could see it from up here. I don't know how it wasn't called on the floor, but this is what the fans came for. It's going to be an interesting next few minutes, because if the Sockers get the next goal, it's going to be a battle, and if the Empire get the next goal, it's going to be interesting to see how they try to possess the ball.
Leo coming forward, trying to spin it through Ali Somo, who does well to stay with him. Ruggles is there to maintain possession. Drew with 99 MASL goals in his 12-year career. The dreadlocked defender won from the century mark. Ruggles takes the measure of the man. He's going to go on a run now, and it's Mitchell Cardenas. Mitchell plays the middle. Good interception by Somo. Counterattack is 4v3. Leo does well to hold up the attacker, and that allowed San Diego to get back. Now it's Alami. Here he comes to the middle to Somo. Somo couldn't get the shot away. Callahan was there at the last second, and then Ruggles held off the attack for Porto to roll it out. Next ball out of play or goal or card will be the media timeout for the third quarter. 3-2 Empire. It's Ruggles forward to Pereira. Nick had his goal taken off the board. Pereira backing down with a soul roll. Nobody holds it better than Nick Pereira, but his pass out was not controlled, and now San Diego has to reset the offense altogether.
They're still looking for Nicky here.
Pardo will feed him. With the captain, he let it go. Looking for Mendez. Couldn't control, racing in on the wing. Heady play there by Pereira. Sometimes the best assist is to not touch the ball.
Yeah, that was well done to recognize that.
Leo, pinned down pass, Ruggles off the wall. Looking for Mendez. De La Torre plays it out. This is top of the arc against Empire. Now, it should also potentially be the media timeout, and it will be. So, after this timeout, the Sockers will have the most dangerous free kick in indoor soccer with an opportunity to tie the match. But Empire has come back to take the lead 3-2. MASL TV on Fox Sports 2.
This game getting good.
From the Pacific to the desert, our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years,
3-2 Empire up.
has been serving those who serve and helping our members take their financial plans to the next level. Because our
Let's see what San Diego can do when we get back to the action. Once again, thank you CSN for giving us the opportunity to broadcast live sports to various streaming platforms. We got so many different sports that we're going to be highlighting this year in 2026. So make sure y'all tap in, stick around, and we're going to do the thing.
What if insurance, doctors, pharmacies came together and worked as one team? That would be a better idea for healthcare.
3-2 Empire leading San Diego. Interesting time of the season for the Sockers, who head to Tacoma tomorrow to play a home road back-to-back because injuries and absences are really crippling the club right now, as we see Cowboy Salazar, Gabriel Costa, Ben Raymond, Chris Toth, Keiko Gontan, Luis Piwi Ortega. You can even add Taylor Bond to that list, guys who are absent from the starting lineup for San Diego. And half the bench is injured as well. But right now, top of the arc free kick. Sockers trying to even this match up. The captain, Craig Childs, defers to Morales, who will tip it to the wing. Charlie down low, squirts past Orozco, but he's able to dive as the ball spun perpendicular instead of, or pardon me, parallel instead of perpendicular to the line. So no goal on the top of the arc chance. And just continuing with those thoughts, San Diego had to sign 3 young players with no league experience this week. Marcel Sanchez, Andrew Pato Estrella, and Adrian Reyes are now all on the active roster. 2 of them expected to make their league debut tomorrow in Tacoma, because the injury list is Costa, Toth, Raymond, Juan Salazar, Taylor Bond, Keiko Gontan, Marcel Roquenapor, Luis Ortega, Matt Harlow, and Quentin Ivey, all suffering injuries. In fact, Marcel Sanchez, who was signed, he picked up an injury training and trialing with the team. Foul called against Mendez along the wall. So point being, for an older Sockers team that has 2 41-year-olds and a 39-year-old on the roster, they're playing 3 games in 6 days, Brian, and all the young kids that are supposed to be the fill-in backup in moments like this in rotation are not available.
Yeah, that's like a perfect storm of favor in Tacoma tomorrow. They have the worst, not the worst road trip. It's like the 2nd worst road trip in the league, to fly to Tacoma and play game day, or fly anywhere and play game day. But that's a tough flight early in the morning. The worst one is probably the Baltimore-Utica trip, where you have to bus the night or van the night between. That's a rough one. But in this case, Tacoma's going to have fresh legs, and the Sockers are going to be tired.
Pereira draws the foul. Oh, you think that's the worst one, Brian? Because they'll do that next weekend.
I know.
That's when the Sockers will play in Baltimore and then take the overnight bus ride to Utica for a 12 o'clock game, West Coast time. That's happening. In fact, the Sockers will have 4 back-to-backs this season, and all 4 of them involve significant travel between games 1 and 2. To the middle. It's Pereira back post goal!
Hey.
Gets his first
Equalize.
Tic-tac goal between the forwards to tie it up at 3. And the weight's off the back for Tavoy. You can see he's throwing the ghost after getting his first of the year.
So the ball across, Childs could have actually played it, and he let it go. He let it go to Nick. Nick played back post, Tavoy tap in, but that's exactly what the San Diego Sockers need right now, is Tavoy to get the monkey off his back, to start to feel a little bit more confident in front of goal. Sometimes it just takes a goal like that to turn everything around. Now let's see what Tavoy can do for the rest of the game, because everybody's excited for him right now on the bench.
Morgan's first of the year on Pereira's 3rd assist at 9:16 to tie this one up 3-3. Here's Cardenas watching the ball that was brought in by the Strikers off the restart at midfield. Under a triple team pressure, it's sent outward. Orozco has to run all the way up, and he collides that ball with one of the upper lights. That should be a superstructure violation for a yellow line free kick for San Diego.
I don't think they saw it.
Well, it absolutely hit one of those lights. I watched it.
Yeah, I think Leo was saying the same thing, but
he was right. Let's see if the Sockers get a chance here on a ball don't lie karmic situation. Cardenas to Leo. Leo battling through pain as he plays. And he's so valuable to the club when he's on the floor. It's a difficult situation for the Brazilian. Cardenas sends it long, looking for his captain. Headed twice, 3 times, 4 times. Funny how that happens sometimes.
Wow.
4 straight headers and then a foul called against Empire. Quick restart. Too quick for the liking of the officials. Hey, don't forget, your best place to hear about the San Diego Sockers is Sockers Overtime, your weekly San Diego Sockers podcast. Tony Sanchez and myself, courtesy of San Diego Punto Football. You can find it on YouTube every Wednesday live at 6 p.m. This coming Wednesday will be the return of the show from the holiday break. We always have live guests from the Sockers, bring you all the recaps of the action, all the latest MASL news. It's on Sockers Overtime with Craig Elston and Tony Sanchez. You can find that wherever you get your podcasts, and also find it at San Diego Punto Football, sandiego.futbol on YouTube. Foul called against the Strikers. Morales trying to weave around the defender Alami. And he sets up a free kick from the Front Wave Credit Union logo on offensive midfield. 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter, 3-3 tie. Burst by Cerda. Here comes the Sockers defensive captain, and then he steals the ball from himself with the back of his leg. And then he steals the ball away with his leg again, but from the opponent this time, taking it from Ali Somo. Now to the middle, trying to feed it in was Leo. He was hoping it would drift to Morales, but Orozco found it instead. The frantic action that is the hallmark of the great sport of indoor soccer. Polo Hernandez, here comes Orozco up again. He will send it deep. Ruggles hanging on with Ramallo. Lucas Ramallo banging it through the corner. It's loose to Alami. Alami tried to kick it through the legs of Ruggles. It's spit back into the corner. And Leo comes up with it, taken away by Chavez. The battle is happening within a 4-foot range of action. And at last it'll come loose to the King of Queens, Boris Pardo. Queens, New York. That's where he made his home growing up. Seton Hall University, where he played to great effect. De La Torre. More wrestling. This time a foul that
The match has been good. It's
he's down on the floor.
it's 3-3. So San Diego was up 2-0. And then Empire scored from a power play. And then they had an own goal from San Diego, so they made it 2-2. San Diego could have made it 3-2, but the guy who scored the goal had a handball, so they took away the goal. And then Empire scored
17 minutes, 18 minutes.
to take a 3-2 lead. Ooh. And then San Diego just equalized not too long ago.
Beautiful little sidewall pass, and then he gets it back from De La Torre as the Strikers progress up the floor. Lifted back to De La Torre. Two-man game all up that northern wall. Ruggles finally diffuses it all, and Charlie's got his heads up looking for options.
Yes, I do.
The pass to Morgan forces the Sockers to play it back. Under 3 minutes to go
And
in
I'm
the
gonna
third quarter. Each team is marked
and
once in this
as
frame.
soon as Wrestle Kingdom's done, I'm gonna cancel it.
Gonna find the Boris connection to Nick again in the corner.
That's the try.
Wow, what's up?
Well played by Palmer. The veteran knew what to do. Now Mendez trying to bring it down. Little man saw the ball bounce over him. Unfortunate. It's back to Charlie. 2.5 to play.
Okay, so what were you wondering?
Down to Pereiro. He said, thanks for thinking. But it was back out to Mendez now. Sebastian, stutter step to the middle. Pereira going away from goal.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I still do.
Gonzalez to Mitchell Cardenas. Now he'll take a run. The defender to the
But
middle.
yeah, I think I'm about to cancel it.
Backs up with soul rolls. Backing up, backing up. Look at the athleticism to be able to control the ball. Eyes up while you're controlling the ball with the bottom of your foot. Bouncing backwards.
Whoa.
Making sure his elbows stay inside. There's Pereira in the corner. Nick now in full spread out mode. Over to Cardenas. There's under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Nick and Charlie are starting to get on the same page together. You can see it.
Here's the lift, looking for either he or Luis. He shoots, kick save, rebound, Pereira down.
Foul?
Called for the foul as he got his leg into Palmer with 1:38 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, you can see that Charlie's trying to find, it looked like he's trying to find Morales there at the back post, but
Yeah, I'm not watching it live.
Looking for Nick. When he's got his foot on the ball, he's looking for Nick.
I wanted to sleep.
Look at this. Orozco with a head of steam, lifting, looking for back post. Fabian saw it go past him. Now brought back down, bouncing. Fabian settling, bouncing ball into the middle, blocked away by San Diego. Felipe Gonzalez and Leonardo de Oliveira. Leo, 1v4, is held off by Ciro Oliveira, his countryman from Brazil. Gets it back, gets an elbow up high. No whistle, no foul, no card. No
why you
not
stop
even a
playing?
Christmas card from Ryan Sigich. He said, Leo, I lost your address, buddy. Here it comes the other way. And it is fired out of play. That ball was touched by Orozco ahead of his yellow line, which means it's no defensive clearance. And just a return free kick. Pacheco crosses the field to Cesar Cerda. Looking for his first point of the season. He is a defender known for not only scoring, but scoring some clutch goals. Leo just fires it in. Caught down by Orozco.
I don't think Leo was not shooting that. He was trying to find Childs, I think, at the back post. But he was the only really pass he had was to keep it head high. Craig's been known to kind of sneak around the back post and deflect some of those in, but did not work out.
Isaac Somo. He started the year with the Strikers, and then they signed his brother Ali earlier into the season. That's Ali Somo on the ball right now to his left foot and cannot put it on net. That one will be recovered from the outside of the high netting and returned to Boris Pardo by team manager Alex Monar, who does everything behind the scenes for this club. Along with athletic trainer Paul Savage, these two are probably the hidden heroes of the Sockers franchise, Brian.
Agreed. Without those two, Sockers maybe not have as much success as they had in the last 10 years.
Assistant coaches Rene Ortiz, Cheeky Luna looking on from the bench, supporting Phil Salvaggio, who is 189, 42, and 6 in his MASL coaching career. 4 seconds in the quarter. A foul is going to lead to this long kick that was whistled down, but with only 2 seconds left, it's fair to say that our end three-quarters score is already on your screen and on the scoreboard. It would take the level of soccer's magic that goes beyond soccer's magic to some form of wizardry. And no. The third quarter comes to an end.
All right, one more quarter left to go.
First lead of the night as Marco Fabian netted a Wallace scorer from Munir Alami. But Tavoy Morgan's back post tap-in equalized things. 45 done, 15 to go. A 3-3 tie. The Sockers and Strikers back with more next on MASL TV.
Okay.
At Front Wave Credit Union, we're all in on you. You're not just a number, you're a member. And we're putting $350 behind what we believe in. Get started today. Dream big. We got you.
Both insurance, doctors, pharmacies came together and worked as one team. That would be a better idea for healthcare. Kaiser Permanente.
Parents, if we're on screens too much, what about you? So let's ditch them and go outside on safari to hang with the coolest, kookiest, tallest animals ever. Whoa! We can hop with them.
Get real close to them.
And every visit helps the animals. But that screen you're on can't do it justice. So let's get out here and join
the Zoo Safari Park.
We had a winner in our every match between third and fourth quarter frisbee toss. Some accurate sharpshooter just picked up half of the nightly prize pot and an opportunity at the end of the season to win a brand new barbecue grill. It's a 3-3 score between the San Diego Sockers and the Empire Strikers. Craig Elston, Brian Farber, Tony Sanchez back with you.
It's really dope to see, like, you know, how popular
this is a big match because they've been
this
striking
sport
out
is.
of late. After a 5-4 overtime win here against San Diego on November 28th, Black Friday, the Strikers have lost 4 in a row. They've only scored 10 goals in their last 4 matches. So with 3 here tonight, they're already ahead of that pace. But really set up for early struggles, Empire, by the MASL schedule. The Strikers, Brian, playing 7 of their first 9 and 9 of their first 13. That's over half the schedule away So they will have played 75% of their away matches by the time they get to the 55% mark of the schedule.
Yeah, that's a tough schedule to kind of kick the season off with. They did get the first victory here, though, so things were looking great for them, and they just haven't been able to find their winning ways since. So they had a tough road trip. I think they were in St. Louis and Milwaukee before they came back here. So those are both two tough matchups. They were in the games, though. You know, they were involved. It's not like they're getting blown out. They're just not winning the tight ones. So right now, 3-3, 15 minutes left. Obasi's probably got them in there asking for everything. It just takes one goal and see what can happen. You have a chance to win this.
Brian Orozco has been a standout. He was our halftime highlight player, and he has 10 saves on 13 attempts tonight. Boris Pardo is 3 for 6 for San Diego. That means Bopa is 4 saves away from 2,000 in his MASL career. Also, we'll be keeping our eye on number 8 for the Sockers, Drew Ruggles, as we have all match, because if he scores a goal, that will be the 100th of his MASL career. The Strikers last year went 0-6 against San Diego, but 4 of the 6 matches were, pardon me, 5 of the 6 were either 1 or 2 goal results. And the first meeting this year was overtime. The second meeting, while it finished 6-3 San Diego, was 2-1 into the fourth quarter. So these two teams play close matches, and we've got another one
last
for you
quarter
tonight. Live on Fox Sports 2 and MASL TV, fourth quarter action underway from Front Wave Arena. Sockers are in white. They are attacking right to left. The Strikers are in black and going left to right. Big crowd tonight of about 4,000 here
That's what's
at
up.
Front Wave Arena in its second year of existence in North County, Oceanside, California. First time that North County, San Diego has ever had a professional sporting and concert arena, sport and entertainment venue like this. Here's Morales trying to get the steal. And in doing so, with a little tug on the jersey of his opponent, he's been whistled for a foul. Ryan Sigic and Servando Berna, two of the most accomplished officials in the league, are the men in red, blowing the whistle and pulling the cards tonight. Anthony Powell got the power play goal that got Empire going in this match after not only surrendering the first 2, but it could have been the first 3. Right now, still a gigantic play in this match was the MASL video review that took Nick Pereira's goal away. Nick still thinks he didn't touch
Pizza
the ball.
man, you got to discipline yourself.
Here's
You know what to
Oliveira.
do.
Ciro Oliveira gets his own self-pass,
Wow.
and then as Ruggles just kind of two-hand shoves him away, idly standing by was Berna to whistle no foul. I think that was definitely a foul, Brian.
There's a little battle going on between the two of them in there. Maybe I think there was one push coming Drew's way before he gave the push back. But he's got to be careful just because you can't take any risks with the current scoreline.
Ruggles had a penalty that was reversed on a Phil Salvaggio call and a video review in the first quarter. He is the all-time penalty minutes leader in the MASL with 181.
I don't know exactly what the debate is about the foul that just happened on Saturday, but it was about a 99.9% clarity from my side. I'll go 100% clear that that was a foul against Empire, and I don't know what they're discussing down there. Maybe they were just going to let it play out. Saturday got a pretty bad hit right there.
Well, now.
Oh, no card pulled.
Nothing yet. No blue. Checking
Wait,
the
is it
man on
hurt?
the floor, but this call is against San Diego, and let's take
this would
a
be
look
great.
at what got them so mad.
I mean, he's just impeding. It doesn't look like there's any contact. There was no
backpedaling.
contact with the hands.
Yeah, Romalo
Maybe.
was backpedaling through all of that.
I think if anything, Charlie's mad about the selling of the foul, making it look like worse than it was, but I didn't watch it in live, and that was a tough angle. So
Fourth and deciding quarter here. Alami off the wall, gets to the back post, cleared by a flying Felipe Gonzalez. Mendez is ahead of his teammates, gets a return pass, counter is on. Sebastian Mendez off a hat trick last week. Now it's over to Cardenas. She shoots and completely misses everything up and out of play. I said last week, that was Tuesday. You know, the new year comes by and you feel like reset, new week. No, new year, same week.
yeah, just a few days ago.
Feels like it was just the other day, but it was a whole year ago. Well, both statements can be true, I guess. Next goal, not necessarily deciding, but boy, it's going to be important to set this match's timber for the rest of the way. Callahan fired it into the outlet alleyway there. Just missing some diehard Sockers fans.
I believe in you,
2
Pizza Man.
minutes
You
gone,
got it,
fourth
bro.
quarter. If the match remains tied at the end of the fourth quarter, we play a 10-minute golden goal overtime. And in a 3-2-1 points scoring system, each team gets a standing point, and a third point is played for the winner. If after 10 minutes of golden goal, there's no golden goal, they have a 3-round shootout to decide. We already saw a shootout this year between St. Louis and Kansas City, and we almost saw another. Somo off the wall, looking for the head of Powell. Bebe tried to scoop it behind him, and Powell was there to recover. He cuts to the top. Alami.
Ooh, back heel.
Partially blocked into the waiting Pardo. That's a save, and that's 3 away from 2,000 for Boris. Pardo under pressure, full floor pressure shown by the Strikers here. Leo, a guy who can pick out his passing target from anywhere, head up. Morgan trying to shield the ball away. Triple team, couldn't take it away from him. Morgan scooped it to Morales. Morales, ball squirts up in the air. De La Torre knocked it out. Fabian brought it down. Felipe stepped in the way and is called for a foul. Got to be careful to avoid a yellow, but Berna's not even watching, so I guess it's okay. The Sockers got to stay in their head, though, Brian. They're seeing a lot of angry gesticulating at the officials. That's not where you're locked into the match.
No, it's a tough thing to do when you feel like you're on the wrong side of a few calls, but you know how my relationships are with the referees, so we can just avoid that.
Sweet, cordial, and consistent. Here's Orozco and Palmer. These two are the quarterbacks in the back. And unlike any other team in the league, Orozco comes forward in a tie match with 11 and change. He's been doing it since the first. He does it every match. A system unlike any other played in the league.
Sockers are locking in on the zone side. You can see right now they're trying to point out everybody to do their job. I'm sure that Phil had them very clear what he's looking for when this happens.
Stinson. Palmer. Under 11 to play now. Alami with Bebe stepping right with him.
When Orozco drops, you can see that the Sockers are still in zone right now, but they should be working their way back toward man. That's better.
Alami guarded by Gonzalez. Out to Palmer, front and center. Now Stinson holds the possession that's the trademark of the Anua Abasi Strikers attack. Palmer. Abasi jumping up and down.
10.5 left to go.
Saying spin, rotate, move. To the middle.
Oh, bro.
Played back out to Palmer. Oliveira couldn't get a shot away.
It's like you gotta have a quick reaction.
Now he vacates. Now
the
team's moving the way they
get
want.
that ball towards goal.
Uh-oh. 6 on the field again. Oh, my goodness. Mental error on Empire. And Obasi covers his head with his shirt in frustration as the Strikers give away a power play in a tie match in the fourth. Oopsie daisy.
I was just going to say this possession right here is exactly what Empire has been trying to do. They look like they had it working out perfectly, but unfortunately that pass didn't go to the boards. The guy running off kind of came back to make a save. The guy came on to get it. Miscommunication, and now they're down a man for 2 minutes.
Embarrassing.
Sockers' second power play of the night. They are 0 for 1, which makes them 2 for 5 on the season. Strikers have killed 5 of 6 this year. And honestly, any team with Robert Palmer is going to be one of the better teams in the league against the penalty kill.
Absolutely. He's very organized. He's a general in the back. Right now, he's got everybody in position. From the offensive side, this might be an opportunity to get Craig Childs his first goal. Tavoy's got his now, so we'll see who's going to pull the trigger.
All 3 forwards on the floor with Leo and Charlie. This is not a defensive lineup, which is not what you care about with the power play. However, now Empire's got the ball. Now it's an issue. Minute 44 on the man advantage. Isaac Somo has managed to get a touch all the way down the floor. And that is killing the time on the San Diego power play. They have to put it through their goalkeeper with a minute 31, but now San Diego can approach and come up the floor. Charlie will be the quarterback. He's got Leo on the right wing. He's got Pereira, the all-time league assists leader, on the left. Leo is 4th all-time in the league in assists. Tavoy, bad touch. Look out. Shorthanded come the other way. And then stepping in the middle is Charlie to deny Isaac Somo a shorthanded rush on goal with De La Torre. That was a disaster almost. Minute 6 on a power play that's gone nowhere fast so far for San Diego. Pereira to Leo in the corner. Leo now controls, spins it back. He's under tight man pressure. Soccer's not using their man advantage yet, but there's still time, 51 seconds. Leo, now to Morgan. Not using Mendez on this power play as they did in the last match and in their first try. Charlie to Leo. Leo holding, Leo crossing. Weak side, Pereira, middle, Childs kept it moving. 33 seconds on the power play, 3-3 tie in the 4th quarter. Leo, now the right wing corner. Morgan back to Leo. Leo to the back post. He was looking for Pereira. Pass was blocked. Back to Charlie. There's 20 seconds. Over to Morgan. Morgan trying to one-touch pass it to Childs. Now Charlie down on his seat.
Wow.
Some crazy acrobatics, but he lost the ball. Now De La Torre
1v3?
pushes past Morgan. This is going to only kill the penalty. As with 6 seconds left, Sockers only have one more rush up the floor. They're not going to score on the power play, but they've still got their power play men on the floor. Morgan steps into it. San Francisco. Rebound, kick down as Alami comes out of the box. And Charles shoots and scores! The Sockers have taken the lead in front of a jubilant crowd in Oceanside. And who gave it to him? Craig Childs did. The captain gets his first of the year and breaks out the smile. Monkeys off the back, leads on the board.
Yeah, Nick fought for that ball off the glass, turned around, kind of bobbled around. If it's going to fall, I think Nick decided, hey, I'm going to leave that one a little bit to Craig, who I think he squeezed it underneath Berto, took a bounce with some spin, snuck in. Listen, if the ball is going to drop to anybody's feet, try to get one touch on it, I want it to be Craig Childs. And there's the first goal of the year for my friend.
And Pereira's second assist in a row, and the Sockers have the lead. And there's a reason why I said it the way I said it, Fox Sports 2 audience and MASL TV audience.
Yeah.
They weren't going to score on the power play, but they still
We're trying to get A7FL back, though.
Coming up the floor. It's one thing to get a guy out of the box. It's another for them to be in position. And San Diego
there they
kept
go.
up the pressure and scored
There they go.
on the power play plus.
There they
Now
go.
Get another. It's Serta working with Pacheco. Gets back on his feet. Tried to tiptoe it into the middle. It was blocked by Hernandez of Empire. Re-attained by Serta. Stepping in Fabian, who says, mucho gusto, and hasta luego as he heads up the wall. And a foul is called.
Now we're getting some action.
This is
7:24
really
left to go in the game.
7:24, still waiting on that media timeout. Didn't happen on the goal because it happened right at 8 minutes exactly. So next whistle that's a dead ball, card or foul, or goal will be the timeout. 4-3 San Diego. This is where they led Empire in the home opener. Conceded an equalizer with under 5 minutes to play and lost in overtime. So don't think this one is even close to over as Orozco comes up for an impromptu 6v5. Alami looking for the crashing Powell. Powell tipped away by Serta's hard work as he came in with now under 7 minutes to play in regulation. Sockers looking for a third straight win. Foul called from across the floor by Sigic on Serta. We'll set up a free kick for Empire. Fabian lost it. Mendez coming forward with Charlie. 2v2. He spun to keep the ball right in front of the
bad
boxes,
touch.
and that allowed a man to get in front of him, and then Mendez brought him down.
Bad touch.
And obviously fouled him.
How many fouls is that on Mendez right now?
That's a good question. I'll look it up.
That might actually be.
Hold on. What's up?
2 minutes for foul. I think that's what they're talking about right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to just hit refresh to make sure I know that on the live score sheet for the Sockers Mendez is listed as, let me try and find him. There he is. Well, that can't be it.
San Diego, number 13. That's
Oh,
the
yes.
fourth foul of the
Fourth
half.
foul of the
Oh
half.
no, go check that out, bro.
Fourth foul of the half, yes.
That's also
Well,
his
he
sixth
just had the
foul
one on
of
the
game.
boards, and then he
That's
just
an
had this
ejection.
other one. So
And the sixth foul of the match. So what that means
Media
is two
timeout.
different
Media
things. And if you're an outdoor fan, it might be confusing. So we'll explain it all to you after this timeout. But the bottom line is that Empire will have a power play to try and tie this match right after this media timeout. We come back to Oceanside after this on MASL TV and Fox Sports 2.
Well, this is the first time I've seen a red card in MASL, so I need to learn what that's about too.
San Diego is challenging.
From the Pacific to the desert, our members work hard, dream big, and always fight for what's important. For over 70 years, Front Wave Credit Union has been serving those who serve and helping our members build equity and refinance with confidence. Invest in your future with a commercial real estate loan. From residential investment properties to industrial real estate, we've got you covered with 100% commitment and no excuses. Front Wave Credit Union. Dream big. We got you.
Parents, if we're on screens too much, what about you? So let's addict them and go outside on safari to hang with the coolest, kookiest, tallest animals ever. Whoa! We can hop with them.
Get real close to them.
And every visit helps the animals. But that screen you're on can't do it justice. So let's get out here and join the herd
At the San Diego Zoo Safari.
The Sockers challenged the foul against number 13, Sebastian Mendez, and MASL video review did not bear fruit for head coach Phil Salvaggio. Sebastian Mendez has taken his fourth foul of the half and sixth of the match. 4 fouls and a half puts your team a man down on a power play, which is what Empire has. 6 fouls in a game is a red card ejection that will not cost Mendez his opportunity to play tomorrow in Tacoma. Unlike outdoor, where a red card automatically suspends you for the next match. But it is the equivalent
got a battery
of
for it?
6 fouls in the NBA fouling out. So Mendez has fouled out, Brian, and not only are the Sockers now down a man, up a goal, but one of their very best at the end of the game, young, fit legs to carry this game to the finish line. He's out.
yeah, it's really unfortunate. He's actually the top of the diamond or the top of the box, depending on our setup defensively. He would be on the field right now to try to close this one out, but they have Pacheco in. He's very capable of filling in, but it depends how much these guys have spent minutes practicing this. I doubt Pacheco has been spending a whole lot of time with the power play kill, knowing that Mendez is the guy.
Empire is 1 for 1 on the power play tonight. And once again, Robert Palmer is replacing the goalkeeper Orozco as a 6th attacker. This is a super power play, 6v4, empty net to our left. The goal that Empire attacks is to our right. And they have 2 minutes to try and find an equalizer. Pacheco, Cerda, Cardenas, and Ruggles, 4 defenders out there for San Diego. Ali Somo, Stinson, Robert Palmer, Anthony Powell, Marco Fabian, and Monir Alami, the 6 on the floor for Empire. Stinson to Ali Somo. The lanky left footer across to Palmer.
What's up, Kevin?
30 seconds of the power play done. Fabian in the corner just plays it right back out. Offensive midfield is where Empire is now. 6 minutes on the game clock. 4-3 San Diego. Alami crosses. Palmer inside the yellow line. Back to Alami right wing. Monir to the right corner. It's Somo. Wall pass blocked by Cardenas. Headed by Ruggles to the foot of Cerda. He's going to shoot to the empty net. This one is withering wide to the left and tracked down halfway through the power play. 56 seconds as Stinson comes back up the floor. Justin Stinson, 32 goals last year for Empire. Somo back to Stinson. Justin has Palmer on the left wing. 43 seconds on the power play. Triangle passing in offensive midfield. Stinson. Now it's down to the middle.
Got it, nice.
It's Alami. Munir Alami has a goal and 2 assists tonight. Ali Somo. 30 seconds and less, and a foul called against Empire. Free kick San Diego. It is back to Empire, and there's under 5 minutes to play in the match. 16 seconds on the power play. 4-3 Soccer's lead on Fox Sports 2 Live and MASL TV. Orozco is back in for Palmer. It is Orozco now. 5 seconds on the power play. Stinson waiting and watching. Falbion's been calling for the ball, doesn't get it. Power play's over. Leo is out of the box. Soma wall pass looking for Anthony Powell. Just knocked away. Cardenas and Ruggles on defense. Soccer's not out of hot water yet. Ball hopping around in their defensive corner. Leo trying to kick it out. It's back to Stinson. They'll continue the attack despite being 5v5. It's Fabian now. Marco Fabian wanted it for a while. Passes it, tried to give it back. Did Powell, and it was read well by Ruggles. And Drew on 99 MASL goal saw it over his toe. And he will head to the bench.
That was well done on the power play kill, though, from the Soccer standpoint. Try to cycle off the tired legs. Drew just got out. Felipe back on.
It's important for this rotation to play well because those were all your top defenders working for 2.5 minutes, long shifts. Felipe is one of those guys on fresh now. Off the wall. Cardenas has it left. That shot is high and wide. Great chance to try and tie it up for Empire racing in. Now it's Alami. Alami coming in on the wall. With 3 men around him, he still dribbles one in. 2 baby bouncies, but that is a save for Boris Pardo. So that should make him 2 away from 2,000 as he whistles for timeout. And what a smart timeout by Phil Salvaggio, Boris Pardo, and this club, Brian, given how much effort they just had to expend the last 3-4 minutes.
Well, it was a smart timeout because you had Leo, you had Mitchell still stuck on the field. It just made sense. Get the group together. We have 3.5 minutes to try to close it out. Be smart with the ball.
Let's take a look at what's upcoming for the San Diego Sockers. And by the way, on the official score sheet, it's 6 of 9. So Boris Pardo is now 1 save away. Here's what's coming up. First off, alarm clock's going off at 2:33 o'clock this morning. Bus leaves at 4 for the airport to go to Tacoma for a 6 a.m. flight up to the SeaTac International Airport. Then next weekend, the Sockers play Saturday evening in Baltimore and take what Brian called one of the most difficult road trips in the whole league to go up to Utica for a 3 o'clock New York, 12 o'clock West Coast start. The following Saturday sees the Sockers in Milwaukee taking on the Mighty Wave. And then the following week, they'll play a Thursday at Toyota Arena against these Empire Strikers, fly across the country the next day, and take on Baltimore the day after in an afternoon match. I have never, in 17 years of covering the Sockers, seen this kind of road trip that combines length with ridiculous travel between games. Unreal.
Yeah, that is a tough schedule for any team. So hopefully they can come out with a couple of W's on the road. Tomorrow is going to be a crazy one in Tacoma. Tired legs after tonight. Get up first thing in the morning, like you said, and try to get to Seattle.
I mean, you should never travel the day of game and face a team that's lying in wait. And that's exactly what's happening for Tacoma. They'll play their first match of the week when the Sockers play their third. Or pardon me, their second. I mean, they were down here on Tuesday. Again, that was last year, and I'm just not going to, my brain is not going to unlock that until tomorrow, I guess. 3 minutes, 20 seconds for a Sockers' third straight win. Empire needs a goal to tie it up. They were in this spot on November 28th and found that equalizer and then went on to win in overtime. So don't count your chickens anywhere in the MASL right now.
No, definitely not. This team can score goals. They got Stinson can score goals. Marco can score goals. There's Alami can score goals. Powell can score goals. They got a bunch of young guys. And their leading points is Berto, so we know he can score.
Here's Morales. Just missed what could have been a dagger. Charlie brings it down. Soccer's leading scorer, 5th in the league overall. Serta, Morales, point-blank save. Orozco scoops it up and keeps Empire in the match. 2:35 running clock. Front Wave Arena in Oceanside, the scene. Soccer's leading 4-3. Does Empire have a late stunner? It's Isaac Somo.
2:22
coming
left.
forward. Stepping in the middle is Charlie. Charlie Gonzalez took it away, rags some time, draws a foul along the wall. Seems like a small thing, but it forces Empire completely out of what they want to do. And now it's San Diego on the ball.
It's great to see Charlie working back like that. I mean, it's a tight game. Obviously, you want to see that, but he's the offensive star right now, and he's working both ways. That's an MVP type of performance when you're going both directions, and you can be dynamic going forward as an offender and be supportive on the defensive side. It's a good thing to have in the soccer.
Like, is it like,
Leo got the pass
is
back
it
from Serta, and
beeping,
we're under
or
2
like,
minutes to go.
is it beep,
58
stop,
complete
then beep again?
here in Oceanside. Pacheco and the Sockers playing keep away from a hungry Strikers team.
Long as I'm parking the bus.
5th in a row.
140 left to go.
2 straight and looking to go over 500 for the first time this year, and in doing so, move up to a tie for 3rd place in the league table.
You don't have like a ladder?
90 seconds. Ball still with San Diego, but this ambitious pass by Charlie picked off. And now it's desperation time as Orozco must come forward with 80 seconds to play. Here come the Strikers up the floor. Somo checks out. Ramalho looking to come on. Almost another mistake in front of the bench. And with minute 7, Charlie draws another foul.
Challenge.
Challenge for 6 men. I don't think there was that time. I think there almost was. The thunderclap is back on. Supporters trying to bring this one across the line. I thought the Sockers were out of challenges, too.
It wasn't the Sockers.
Oh, it was Obasi.
Yeah.
Thinking 6 men on San Diego. Well, that changes everything. While we wait, we remind you of a couple of the Sockers shows. Brand new for 2026. Staff writer Joseph Reyna and veteran coach Mark Litton explain the game with perspectives from both sides of the glass in Soccer Signal. With in-depth data analysis, comprehensive breakdowns, and exclusive interviews from coaches around the league, don't miss Soccer Signal. That's every other Thursday on MASL TV. But if you disagree with a call, you might just see it on Under Review with Phil Levanco and Ryan Sigich, the man who's about to watch this MASL video review himself. You can catch that show every Friday on YouTube. Well, this is a big review. Reviews have been a big part of this match. Soccer's lost a goal to review.
Yo, thank you for the follow.
I'm not sure if they're looking for 6. They're looking for 6 men or looking for something else. I think.
Okay, well, that's where the Sockers thought it was 6 men on. That's where they all thought that.
Nah, I appreciate it, though, Reno. Thank you.
The intention of Empire would be to tell on themselves, so to speak.
Maybe I didn't see the red flag land, but it was right in front of Empire bench, so I assumed that it was theirs.
That's what I was told from downstairs as well, but okay, let's continue. This man has not come on the field for San Diego. Yeah, I mean, that is actually an extra man on the field for Empire, is it not? Doesn't Ramalho come on with no one coming off?
I'd have to see the full field to better understand it. It does look like they made an extra sub with nobody coming off.
All right, well, we're going to hear from Ryan Sigich right now.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed, no foul. San Diego free kick. They had possession of the ball at the stoppage.
Interesting. So Obasi's challenge was for a foul. And the Sockers were out of challenges. So they were unable to challenge for 6 men there, which would have been a 3rd on the Strikers.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. Again, hard to tell without seeing the full field. But
well, we're back. And with the Sockers in possession for the moment, minute 60 is now live at Front Wave Arena. It's the Sockers 4, it's the Strikers 3, and it's timeout called by Empire and head coach Onua Obasi to plot, plan, and scheme this must-score scenario for the visitors from the Inland Empire. Great crowd here tonight. What an incredible innovation this has been in terms of bringing a sports and entertainment venue to North County, San Diego, Brian. This crowd of around 4,000 here tonight. The Sockers have mined the incredible North County youth soccer scene to drag all the various clubs into alliances, and then you've got the regular Sockers fans wherever they live in San Diego County making the trek up here to the northwest corner of the county to enjoy this wonderful venue and great product.
Yeah, this venue is the top of the class, top of the league right now. I mean, it was built specifically for the Sockers with the idea of bringing in other concerts and other entertainment, but this is the home of the San Diego Sockers. This has been in the back of Phil's mind for 15 years since I got here. And to see it all come together and watch it, the groundbreaking, the construction, and now the end result, this is amazing. It's great for the league, it's good for the team. And when you get it filled with fans, it's a huge advantage when you're out on the field.
Such an important game for both teams. For Empire, simply to get their season back online. For the Sockers, we just detailed that insane road trip. You need to get these home points after you only got 1 point out of your first 2 home matches.
They got all their goal scorers on the field.
And
Marco, Powell, Perez, Alami.
And Palmer's
Stinson,
in as 6th
Palmer.
attacker. And Leo races in to try and steal that. He got it in the air to Pacheco. Pacheco looking for the dagger. He's got only Palmer in front of him, and Chavez did well to run interference for
They get on my
Empire.
nerves,
And then
bro.
Leo steps in again, and a foul is called on De Oliveira. 41.1 seconds remain. Crowd on the edge of their seats here at Front Wave Arena. Palmer to Stinson.
I ain't really got a pitch, but I'm like, you know, I like the excitement of the game.
Alami, Fabian calling for the ball. Anthony Powell alone in front of the net for the moment. 25 seconds. Ball bounces past the intended Alami.
Are they gonna
to
score?
Chavez, who will work it off the wall. There's 20 seconds left to play. Stinson has his head up with 15 seconds left to play right now. It's Chavez. Down into the corner, it's Alami. Stepping into him is Charlie. 10 seconds. Charlie spins it out. Heads it toward the net. Once, twice, 3 times, baby! He scores it and puts the Sockers in the win column with 4.8 left. Now, wasn't that a 3-line kick by Charlie?
No, I think it landed in the position it needed, but I was looking at Charlie's face to see if it was going to go in line until I could get track on the ball.
No goal,
no
3
goal.
lines. 3 lines, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
No goal.
That was from behind the yellow line. It's not like NHL where you, with icing rules where you can just shoot from anywhere. No, this in fact, because of the 3-line violation, gives Ontario literally the only thing they could possibly ask for to try and change the game script, which is a set piece. And this comes from the top of the yellow line.
No,
and
you
it's
will
a
not,
true
bro.
Opportunity, and they added a second. Timeout.
Bro, I will knock you, bro. I will knock you to the ground, bro.
The tension is ratcheting up at Front Wave Arena. Delicious and yet a bit pungent in the way it's coming out right now, Brian.
I'm trying to figure out how Charlie got enough on it to get it from the corner over 3 lines with half a step and his left foot on the boards. That's impressive.
And I think Sigic took a quick look at it as well.
Yeah, okay, sure. Bro,
it's my fault
as soon as you try to get the ball, bro, you catching an elbow right to your lower back. You go, oh, you done, bro.
He thinks Obasi had no timeouts left. Just came over before I could see for sure that it.
You need to see where it lands. Yeah, if it lands on the inside of the yellow line, then it's good.
Yeah.
If it covered.
Here we're going to see it a little bit wider out now. And there's, okay, now you're going to know for sure as, I mean, just barely.
It ain't going to be a yellow card.
Just barely, but it is what it is, and that is a set piece. Here comes Phil Salvaggio out. I don't think he's going to replace Pardo in net, the former goalkeeper Salvaggio, but he came running all the way out to the floor to offer thoughts to his defender.
It's a timeout.
Meanwhile, the entire Strykers team is huddled around the bench. Just a unique situation where The rest of the Sockers bench are onlookers. Phil came out to the players as opposed to the players coming to them. Maybe it's pure economy of calories this late in this tight a match.
I think they're trying to say that whoever's in the wall cannot move. 2 or 3 people in the wall cannot move. Or they're going 2 in the wall, so they can break one off.
Oh, they had the top. Because Empire has a free kick now.
No, they are going 3 in the wall.
Oh, what a moment this would be for Empire. Conjured seemingly out of nowhere. A last chance at this game.
He's going to pass it to Stinson? Nope.
Alami,
4
seconds, 3 seconds, blocked by Pacheco, 2 seconds, and 1. It's in the corner. The game is over.
San Diego wins.
The horn sounds.
Bro, my Clippers are done, bro. We lost.
Time. Another indoor thriller.
Last time we were down like 16, bro. We're done, bro.
But the San Diego Sockers hang on for a 4-3 win on Craig Childs' fourth quarter goal, Brian.
That's amazing. Kudos to the Sockers. Get their 3 points.
Now, there was no save on that last play, so it looks like somewhat anticlimactically Boris Pardo's first save tomorrow.
San Diego Sockers victorious 4-3.
For the Sockers, their 3rd win of the season, 3-1-1 on the season, 10 points, and that moves them into a tie for 3rd place in the MASL table. A win tomorrow, if they are able to accomplish it up in Tacoma, would be a tie for 2nd. And now at midfield, here's Tony Sanchez with the captain.
All right, we are here at Front Wave Arena with Captain Craig Childs. Craig, take me through that game. What ended up being a game-winning goal for you?
You know, that was a cagey affair, a really tight game between Empire and, you know, lucky to find the back of the net for the first time of the year. Just ball kind of bounced off of Nicky and kind of came to me and poked it in.
And what were the keys to success for this matchup against a tough Empire team who have a different play style, but have brought it every time that they played you guys this year?
Yeah, we know their play style is a little bit unique, and we have to adjust. Sometimes they have long spells of possession in the ball. We have to get used to suffering a little bit without possession and be sharp in transition, be sharp when we get the ball and keep the ball. And, you know, it's a great performance from the team. We had 5 or 10 really bad minutes, and it cost us a little bit, but we were able to put it back together in the second half.
Appreciate your time, Craig. Enjoy it. Back to you, Craig and Brian.
Appreciate it, Tony. Thank you, Captain Craig. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we return, we'll wrap this one up. 4-3, Sockers defeat the Empire's Strikers, and MASL Saturday night on MASL TV and FS2.
All right.
There's regular cold.
All right. The Strikers victorious. I mean, no, the Sockers victorious over the Strikers. 4-3. Really, really great game. And that's going to do it for us here. How is it spelled? The Strykers? STRYKERS. The Sockers is SOCKERS. So yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and call it here. I appreciate y'all watching this game with me. We will be back on tomorrow at 8 p.m. for the Strykers. Once again. No, I'm sorry. The Sockers. Tongue tie. The San Diego Sockers going up against the Tacoma Stars at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So we will be back live once again. I just want to say thank you all for hanging out. Thank you to CSN for giving us the opportunity to broadcast Major Arena Soccer League. And like I said, we have a lot of sports. We have a lot of sports that we're going to be showing throughout the year. So I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing night.